everybody. Hello. Welcome to Council of Creators, episode 80. 80 episodes of this thing. I don't know. And funny enough, Phil wasn't here before we actually started, and he was in the wrong room. He's like, what's going on? Where's the show?
I goofed.
It's okay.
I goofed.
Yeah. He's like, where is it at? Phil is here. Welcome back, sir.
Welcome back. Welcome
yes.
back. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. Taz. Hello, sir.
Yes. How's it going? Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Katie. Welcome back, Katie. Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Howdy.
Howdy. Ooh. We've not had a howdy in a while. And back for a second appearance, Ian is here. Welcome, sir.
Hey, thank you for inviting me back.
Of course, man. Well, I like your shirt, by the way. I love that.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like what? Like that is a weird design. Like I see Michael's face on here. Like what is going on with this shirt?
Yeah,
okay.
It's just like they
the knives.
Pattern.
Okay. I see like the knife.
Yeah,
okay.
that is super cool. That is
I was
super
like,
cool.
what am I looking at here? All right. There's it. I'm exhausted. I was telling them before we went live. I took an hour nap and woke up, alarm going off, and I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on. I was out of it. And my wife's like, you don't have to do the show tonight. I'm like, honey, I've done 79 episodes. I've only missed one because I have a mental. I needed to take a break. I can't just I ain't feeling it. I ain't gonna show up tonight. Like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, we've all seen what happens when you can't show up.
When I'm not, apparently when I'm not here, shit goes down. Like the video was, it's a whole thing. I don't know.
Oh,
It's whatever. Okay. Oh yeah, Coyote versus Acme. That's the big news that came out today.
Yeah.
That movie looks like it's going to be saved potentially.
Oh, awesome.
Hope so.
Ketchup Studio said they'd buy it.
Yeah. Ketchup Entertainment.
And that's the same studio that put out The Day the Earth Blew Up, the new Looney Tunes as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think John Cena's in that, isn't he?
Yes. Him and Will Forte, yes.
Okay. I mean, cool. Yeah, why not? Finally put out. There's people like, well, Batgirl. Like, I think that's not going to happen.
They literally incinerated those files. Like, we're not getting them.
You think there's no shot?
I mean, it's probably on some flash drive somewhere, or somebody's got it like burned onto a disc, and it'll leak eventually. I think.
I hope so, because I would like to see it, but
maybe 10 years from now.
I mean, Brendan Fraser, who won an Oscar, is your villain. Come on. I mean, that could have been your marketing. Shit, that's how. What's one of the things? That's one of the things me and Taz connected on, and we did a episode together of my old show. Talk about all this stuff. There's a whole thing, man. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, that brings back the memories. I mean, that was such a big thing, and I still think that people talk about it to this day. And just how big of a mess up that was on the studio side to just completely can a film like that was, number one, so close to being done, and number two, could have had the potential to be actually very popular for a lot of reasons.
Well, they didn't even give it a chance. That's my thing.
Yeah. The irony there is like, I think it was Peter Safran, co-head of DC Studios, came out and was like, oh, it doesn't really fit in, the plan for DC. And I'm just like, but neither did the other 4 movies that came out in 2023.
And there really was no plan whatsoever. So it was really the perfect time to release a very much so Elseworld style project that they could label it as. Like, I still don't know why we don't officially have a DC Elseworlds label. Like, we kind of do, but I think that would help differentiate very well for, I think, the corporate side and for the fan side as well. Mm-hmm. Just like, hey, these are the ones that are connected. These are the ones that you need to see if you want to follow along in an MCU style for DC. These are the extra projects that, we had fun making, not necessarily connected to anything, don't think too hard about them, but they're great projects as well. I think that is the way to go about things.
Mm-hmm. It's wild too, because like they have these animated shows that are very clearly Elseworlds, like Teen Titans Go, the Starfire show, My Adventures with Superman, my upcoming with My Adventures with Green Lantern, the Superpower show, and I'm just like, well, okay, if if you're gonna say like these are an Elseworlds thing, clearly general audiences are gonna look at that stuff and be like, well, yeah, no, My Adventures with Superman, that's not David Cornsweet, so there's no reason to like, get that confused. But for whatever reason, when it comes to like anything, live action or bigger budget animated, like a movie or something, it's just so like, no, it shouldn't be. Just make a damn Elseworlds logo. It's not that hard.
Yeah. And I think James Gunn said that they're wanting to do that.
Yeah.
And they will start doing it, but it's like, okay, should we have established this earlier on when we start because they waited a while to finally get around. Oh, by the way, we're doing Elseworld stuff. Even though we talked about it, but we don't have any plans. It's like
outside of the Batman, which is very clearly and continuously labeled as not connected. Yeah. So why can't they do other non-connected projects?
I think that proof of concept. I mean, the Batman already, the first film already, and you would imagine would have to be. The thing is it needs to be produced by DC Studios, and DC Studios is past its embryonic stage. We're going to get Superman in July, and I feel like they want more proof of more wins under the belt. I guess would be the better way to say it.
Is make the sole focus on building their universe rather than making random side projects that fans would enjoy, but aren't really building that repertoire as they're trying to do.
I feel like that Constantine sequel with Keanu Reeves would be like a possible guarantee if Superman is successful enough, but time will tell.
It's already established. You don't have to build a whole new Constantine. It's it's already there. Just do a sequel to it.
But I'd be hard pressed to say that it's connected to this new DCU though. It's going to be its own Elseworlds project. Right. So why can't we have Elseworlds projects like Batgirl that has remnants of the old universe and bringing
that's what they were trying to do with
DCEU
re-continuity, whatever jumbled mess. Like, we're gonna bring in Michael Keaton and all this stuff. Like, okay, I don't know.
That was. You would think on paper that's a great idea. Like, let's bring back Michael Keaton as Batman. But then when you start thinking about it, not only logistically, but just practically, it's like he's a 70-something-year-old man and you want him to be Batman going forward. That's kind of a problem. I'm sorry. I get it. There's a lot of people who love Michael Keaton as Batman. Guess what? That movie came out in 1989. He doesn't look like that no more. He don't fucking walk around like that no more. He doesn't move around like that. It's just not feasible to have
he's the
Batman
perfect age to be a Batman beyond Bruce Wayne, though.
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. You really don't
guy in the chair, mentor Bruce.
And that's what they were kind of doing with the Batgirl film, but he was still Batman. So it was like, okay, so stick with it, right? Is he going to be Batman or is he going to be old man Bruce Wayne? Or and it felt like they were doing like a hybrid of the two. But then again, a lot of the times they're shooting behind the scenes on Batgirl. It's not Keaton in the suit. Some shots were, but a lot of it was stunt doubles. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, is it really Keaton? I mean, yeah, but not really. He's not really doing a lot of that. I mean,
some of that's I don't know. Flashbacks too, I think.
Yeah, they had
some
flashbacks.
Things were flashbacks, but
and that's weird too, right? They were doing flashbacks of like this Jim Gordon, but it's like if we had a Jim Gordon and his I don't even know what you're trying to do, guys, and I don't think they even knew.
Well, I think this is not the 89 Batman universe, but it's another Earth where Michael Keaton is Batman. It has some other familiar elements, not necessarily intertwined with that 89 universe.
Yeah. Oh well, I know. Maybe one day, because that's what I want. I want the Batgirl film. That's what I need in my life. Will I get lucky? Will my life be fulfilled? Probably not, but I hope so. I just want it. I just want nice things. That's what I want. I want nice things. And even if the movie's crap, at least I go, hey, at least it came out or something, right? Like,
yeah. I mean,
at least it saw the light of day.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I think producing a project, even if it's not necessarily up to the quality that they wanted, or they didn't get to do everything that they wanted to do with it, I think it's better than nothing, especially after you put so much work into it. You had these actors promote it. You had a lot of buzz around the movie. I think that was really the worst option from not only a honoring the fans' perspective, but also from a studio perspective. Like, I feel like that's a gamble that you sometimes just have to take. Like, yeah, you might lose some money, but it could be a jumping off point for something else. Like, you have to sometimes spend some money to make some money. And I know that that's not necessarily what these studios want to do, but sometimes you just have to, take that leap of faith and try it.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix spent $320 million on the Electric State. I don't know why they do that, but here they are.
I need to sit down and watch that. Like I tried watching it like Saturday night, but it was at like 10 o'clock at night and I was tired. So I need to like actually sit down and just focus on it.
All I hear is bad things. So I don't know, but I still have faith that the Russo brothers are going to be fine with Avengers, but I haven't watched any of their stuff since they left Marvel, so I don't know, nothing. I've heard mixed things on everything they've done. So like Cherry, which is like a weird title, Gray Man, and then this movie, right? Electric State, I think, is the 3 movies.
They did another one, I think. Well, I don't know if they directed it, but they were definitely producers on Extraction with Chris Hemsworth, and I think they were also.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They were also producers on another project with Chadwick Boseman before he passed away. I don't remember what it was called.
21 Bridges.
That. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That.
Yeah. Oh, they actually produced Everything Everywhere All at Once as well, apparently.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently they didn't have like any actual like stake in that movie. It was just like they had their names on there. It's just like credits, which seems to happen a lot in this industry, right? Your name just gets thrown on. I mean, like as me and Katie were like gushing over freaking School Spirits, like the lead there, she has her name on there. But I don't know how much control she has on the show. She has an executive producer credit. So I don't know. But that got season 3 renewal.
Woo! I was gonna say, I hope we talk about it a little bit.
Oh well, yeah. I think we'll bring him in. He actually started watching it this week. What's up, Lance?
Yeah.
Did you start School Spirits this week on Paramount?
I watched. Why am I echoing?
You're good. I
don't hear an echo. You're fine.
Yeah.
I watched episode 1 and 2 the other day.
Okay. What'd you think?
It's a slow burn.
At first it is, yes. Yes.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a slow burn. That's all I can say. It's a slow burn. I gotta keep going. With it though.
It picks up. It picks up. Like I think,
Peyton List is in it, right? She's the lead.
Yeah,
she's the lead. Yeah.
There's like 2 Peyton Lists. This is the one from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because Katie was like on Paramount Plus, and like before she started watching the show, she's like, "Oh, it looks like Peyton List from the Disney Channel." Like, but didn't realize that actually is her.
Yeah. I was like, that girl looks like, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then so I was watching School Spirits first, and then I found out through School Spirits that Peyton is on Cobra Kai. Then I was like, oh.
So she did the opposite because me and Shelby started watching School Spirits because she was on Cobra Kai. So I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah. I was like, she's gonna beat people up. Oh my gosh, where is she?
Oh yeah.
She whoops ass.
Oh yeah.
She whoops total ass.
I was saying like before when I was talking to Jordan, I was like, I didn't know she was like cool because like I used to watch her like on Disney Channel. Like, I mean, she was a little whatever, but I used to watch her on Disney Channel, and she always played these like really like girly teen girl, happy pink glitter princess. And now I'm like between School Spirits and Cobra Kai, I'm like, this is a different person. This is a completely different person.
Yeah, I can't even see her doing that, right? Like, from what I've seen of her, like her like pink girly. No, she beats the shit out of people.
No, literally, like
no.
And she used to talk like she had this whole thing. She was like, I just went to the mall and then I was like, what do you mean, bro? Like, what do you mean? She's like
similar experience with not Peyton List, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm a huge fan of Boy Meets World, and then they did Girl Meets World. And I've been seeing clips of it lately, and the lead character, obviously, Ben Savage and Danielle Fishel, they're the parents, but like the lead is about their daughter Riley, and her best friend is Maya, and I was like, why does she look so familiar? And then one of my friends was like, because that's Sabrina Carpenter. I was like, shut the fuck up, are you serious? And I had to like, Google it and look, and I was like, whoa.
I remember when she like, yeah, just started on that show, and people were like, "This girl's kind of a good singer." she's pretty good. But let me see, Jordan. I'm trying to find you a Disney era,
a young Peyton List.
Yeah, here you go. Let me see.
Oh boy,
she did I think it was Variety or one of the other trades. It was like a actor on actor thing or something. I don't might not have even been that. It might have just been like a reflection of like all of her past work and where she came from. She talked about her time on the Disney Channel and slowly, gradually getting to Cobra Kai. It was around the time they were wrapping Cobra Kai.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go on to star in Cobra Kai and beat the snot out of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I do want to say though, I don't want to spoil it because I didn't know anybody else was gonna start watching it, but I'm just gonna say, first of all, our theories.
We were wrong.
We had a lot. We had a lot.
The season 2 finale, before it aired, we did a live stream talking about the show, and we had theories on what was going to happen. We were wrong. Well, like, no.
And we had like 20 theories.
Yeah.
None of them happened.
No.
But Simon.
So, look, Simon is what you call a dingleberry. He's not very smart. Yeah, if you watch the show, like I like Simon as a character. I think the show is good with its characters and stuff. It's just like sometimes they make decisions like guys, but then again, it's TV, right? If Simon
and they're high schoolers, they're like, they don't know.
If Simon didn't do what he did, the show would be in a good place. Like, yeah, we're good. Like, no, that's not what the show is. It's never. Oh, everything's fine. It's
sort of, but then we'd kind of lose our connection
to the other thing.
Yeah. I don't want to get too much into
if you have Paramount Plus, like obviously,
it's really fun.
Lance started watching it. I recommend checking it out. If you like Peyton List, like she's really good in it. I really like her in the show. So
I have a question though.
No,
people don't find it like, because that's why I initially did not watch it. I just find it kind of alarming that there's a show about this many dead kids in a school.
Keep watching.
Yeah, you'll there's more. That's the thing too. Like there's a lot of dead like spirits of dead kids in this school. They explain how they all got there and what happened, but it is alarming. Yeah,
this is a topic that has come up in the show.
Yeah, they actually do discuss like this is kind of weird. There's a lot of dead ghosts here. Yeah, and there's more that you kind of don't really pay attention to because they're kind of like background.
Yeah,
but they're there too, and you're like, wow, okay. Then number one, it shows how old the school is. Number two is like, man, there's a lot of bad shit that happens here. Yeah.
Which hopefully we'll get to explore more of in season 3
and 4 and 5.
When
I told my wife, she's like, they better have continue. I'm like, honey, this is also the same industry that will literally put a lot of marketing and anything into 1 or 2 seasons of a show and then have a cliffhanger and then cut.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now I know very different budget wise, but the Halo series, after 2 seasons, they cut that and we're done with it. It's like, I know School Spirits budget wise is like way less, but if it's not performing, they don't care if it's a cliffhanger. They're going to be done with it. Like,
I've learned I can't trust a single television show to be renewed until I literally like see the episode. Like, even if
100%.
they announce it, sometimes I've seen it before where they're like, actually, just kidding, we're not going to do it anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I think that's how
I feel with CBS at the moment. So I mean,
with a SWAT.
With SWAT, with The Neighborhood, with all those FBI shows, with CSI, with So Help Me Todd. Like you give it an early season renewal, then turn around and it's time to renew it again. Be like, you know what? We want to make room for something else. Excuse me?
That's exactly what I think is going to happen to Power Rangers.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because for the simple fact that I don't trust Hasbro at all, because they are the ones that screwed up the initial Netflix deal in the first place.
Oh, I'm so mad about that. I can't even talk
but what I will say is them holding on to the rights because things fell through at Paramount because they tried to get it over there with Paramount. But everybody knows it's a shit show on Paramount Plus too, because they can't hold on to anything at all.
And
So
Disney used to have
Disney
Power
used to have
right.
Disney used to have
I
Power
remember
Rangers,
it back in like the Jetix era.
But
That was
the thing
like
is,
when I was prime watching it.
the thing is about this deal is it's just like it's a streaming home. Disney they don't have their hands on it. They're just what they're using to put the show out there. They're just streaming it there. Hasbro has full complete control, which is what worries me a little bit, because again, they fumbled the bag already. We were promised this new series. When did Cosmic Fury ended? What, like 2 years ago now?
Yeah. And you know what? I really liked that one.
After. I'm gonna be honest. It was original ideas. It was original really cool. ideas. And that was just a taste of what we were gonna get if they weren't relying on, pure Sentai footage, because they still had to use the Zord footage or whatever.
And they burned the whole thing down. Immediately. There was nothing. They sold everything out. They're like, anybody want this suit? Whatever. Like, they
didn't
just
even
got
ask
rid of
the
it
actors.
all. No. Did you see the girl that plays Amelia? She literally tried to buy her own suit, and then she literally was like, I have nothing.
And then seeing the shape that the stuff was in, that when they were on the auction websites, I said, y'all didn't take care of this stuff at all.
No.
Hasbro really dropped the bag, and now they're trying to bring it back up. They're trying to do the whole reigniting the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing. It being on Disney Plus, cool. But at the same time, I'm excited, but I'm apprehensive. Just like Phil says, I don't trust Hasbro. They fumbled the bag too many times.
That deal happened
on nostalgia.
Hasbro got it right after that movie didn't
2018.
Oh, and that movie deserved so much better too, bro.
Yeah, Power Rangers has been in a weird slump, it seems like, for long.
Decades,
there's so much potential there. Like, you can make TV series, you can make movies, you can make games, you can do all of this stuff, and
it's really had a surviving, thriving in comics. Like a lot of like Amy Jo Johnson recently did a comic book, like a short, not a short story, but like a contained graphic novel that was like
I see some covers here and there that look really good.
Yeah, the comics are amazing.
Kyle Higgins over at when he was at Boom, he was doing a lot of cool shit. There was not quite a Power Rangers movie, but a movie that was inspired by the Power Rangers in a way that is apparently Jason David Frank's last performance ever. And it's
Legend of the White Dragon.
Yep.
That I saw the trailer for that, and I was like, wow, this looks really good for something that was made on less than $1 million. That's pretty incredible.
Yep.
But as far as Power Rangers goes, I'm in I don't know if it's the minority, but I tried watching that 2017 movie recently 3 different times. I paused it. I was like, I just can't get through it. I don't like the teens. I don't like the way Zordon is. I don't like Alpha being superbly alien. There's a lot of shit in that movie I just did not like. The actors who played the teens were cool. I get what they were going for. But on the whole, everything about it was just like, hey, we're going to make Power Rangers, but we're going to make it fucking dark and edgy. And I was like, no, no.
And that was so still weird. Saban, though. That was Saban.
I know, yeah.
That's felt so which is shocking. Weird for the first 2/3 of that movie. But I remember when I saw but when I saw it in theaters, right, and they finally suited up, you heard the OG theme, you saw them get in the Zords and everything like that. I was like, oh, this is what we came for.
That was awesome. We got it for 3 minutes.
That. Yes. Yeah. And then the rest of it was
Billy couldn't control his Zord. That was funny.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was, where's the Krispy Kreme?
Setting up the bond and everything. I get it, but it's still an action movie technically. There wasn't a whole lot of it, but I love that movie personally. Especially with the cliffhanger at the end.
I mean, you could tell it was set up.
Oh, for sure. They put the cart before the horse with that. And that was a mistake. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, they thought they were building a universe there, which they could have.
As somebody who's not really watched Power Rangers, I'm guessing the first show is worth the watch, right? The first Mighty Morphin.
From someone who religiously watched Power Rangers up until Lost Galaxy, after that is when I bowed out. They brought me back in with Dino Thunder only because Jason David Frank was the mentor.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Dino
that was
Thunder is
cool.
so good.
But then like there were moments where I'd catch the other stuff and I'd be like, like Wild Force was fun. I thought Wild Force was fun. I
hated
older.
Cole. I hated Cole. His acting was so stiff.
That's how I feel about
I dropped
Chip
off when it
from
went to
Mystic Forest,
Nickelodeon.
bro.
That's fair.
I dropped
That's
off when it
totally
went to Nickelodeon, and that was
Okay, so
that was
no.
that for me.
No, I
But
want to
for
talk
me-
about the Nickelodeon era. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about
Okay.
I have
Okay.
thought about the Nickelodeon
Okay.
era. So when it went to Nickelodeon, you had some because you're coming off one of the greatest Disney era seasons, which was RPM,
my
which
God.
is originally you're talking about a season
The best
that had
show.
the dark grittiness, the edginess. They weren't afraid to push the envelope. Disney did that because they thought the show was canceled after that.
Mhm.
So
They went
then
all in on
boom,
it, yeah.
boom, you fast forward, Saban gets the franchise back. You're in the Neo Saban era. So then you get Samurai. Then boom, they say, you know what? We're gonna start doing it like we used to do it with Mighty Morphin. We're gonna keep these kids for 2 seasons. You're gonna have the same team for 2 seasons, but you're just gonna add Super. I personally, I did not like. I don't like Ranger teams that don't legitimately fight.
Yeah.
Like I get you use the weapons, but I like hand-to-hand combat. So Samurai wasn't my cup of tea. I did not like Jaden. Jaden is
Oh my gosh.
he's the
He
most
was so
insufferable Red Ranger ever.
bad. Okay,
I-
but Troy,
I hated him.
Troy
But no,
was probably
but
worse.
No,
dude.
no, but then you get to Megaforce. I dropped out. I
Yeah.
tried so hard. Megaforce was pure ass. It was
that the
mega
one with like
ass.
the tiki person on the wall?
Yeah.
Is like there's
Yes, that
Oh,
tried to be
okay.
Mighty Morphin
Yeah.
2.0.
That was
And they had
so
really
bad.
they had weird morphers too, didn't they?
Oh,
Like
God.
they put
Big
like a little
head.
little
was his head. It was
figurine or
the
something.
giant
Yeah.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Then you
bad.
Yeah.
Then you get to Super Mega Force where they try to bring in that Sentai season where you could turn into every Ranger team, but then boom, all of a sudden you're turning into Ranger teams that they never adapted,
Wasted those
into
outfits,
American.
bro.
So it was so dumb to me. The Black Ranger becomes the Green Ranger all of a sudden but he's still the Black Ranger when you morph regular. I said, you know what? No. But then comes the game changer, Dino Charge. Dino Charge was a breath of fresh air.
It was good.
They
Yeah.
took the series back to how it originally was. Dino Charge was goated. Then
It
you
was
had
good.
Ninja
Yeah.
Steel. I hate Brody. I'm sorry. I hate it. I couldn't get with Ninja Steel all the way through. You got the Gold Ranger, who they had to change his morpher because in Sentai his morpher was like a toy hamburger or something. It was really dumb. But then after that, you get what Beast Morphers. But going from Beast Morphers all the way through the Cosmic Fury was goated. But the Nickelodeon era had 2 major duds, and that's what like turned people off. You had amazing crossovers in the Nickelodeon era. The whole like Mighty Morphin, Dino Thunder, and Dino Charge team up, that was goated. That was great. Like I will rewatch that anytime. But you did it on Beast Morphers, which was weird because you didn't include those Rangers at all. You couldn't get the actors back, but it was still cool to like just see them all on screen together. The Nickelodeon era. But then in the Nickelodeon era, that's when Hasbro started to fumble the bag. All of a sudden, they didn't even announce it. All of a sudden, the show just like completely switched totally over to Netflix. Nobody knew what happened because they were trying to hide the fact that they fucked up. It was really weird.
I think the 2 biggest problems with Samurai and Megaforce were, no offense, I'm sure they're probably fine people. The acting, especially in Samurai, truly some of the worst acting I've seen on TV. Like, I can't lie. Like, oh my gosh, it was really grating. That, and there was no deviation from the Japanese like footage at all, and at points where it didn't make sense. Like there was this one episode of like Emily and Samurai or something where she had like this flute and her little like Zen guard or whatever. It's like, this is not what this character would be doing, but they would just like the footage they have from Japan is like the guy's a frying pan monster. It's like all of a sudden they got to do an episode about a frying pan and everybody all of a sudden loves to cook. It's like, it was just bad.
Like surface level dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They just,
oh my God,
it was just
yeah,
lazy.
that's
They didn't
wild to
try
me.
to go around. It was just the
Yeah.
exact script from Japan. Whatever they had in that season, that was what
Yeah.
the episode was.
Wow.
and it was a mistake.
I'm glad it's original content because with Cosmic Fury, we got a taste of what we're gonna get.
Cosmic Fury was really good. Like
really good.
I really liked it.
The fact that you could make your Blue Ranger evil for literally 95% of the entire season, he didn't actually suit up as the real Blue Ranger until the second to last episode. They had Billy for the entire season.
Got his arm ripped off.
I wish they would have took it. I wish they would have took it all the way. But having that be the first Ranger to lose a limb took me back to Time Force when they actually had us thinking that they killed a legitimate Red Ranger off on screen. It took us back to the old Power Rangers before it got, too kiddie, before they started dumbing it down even more. I hope this gives us a scene where Tommy is just tearing through, Tommy just tore through a whole team. In their Zord, you jump in their Zord, then you beat all their ass and kick them out. Give us that. Give us the grittiness, but make it realistic. You get what I mean.
I mean,
in Lost Galaxy when they killed Kendricks and then they brought in Corone from Lost in Space because it's Andros' sister and she takes up the mantle for a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They had to. Bro, when they killed off Kendricks because the actress had cancer and I found that out, I was so mad watching that for the first time.
So fucking
ain't no way y'all killed her off like that, bro. Y'all fighting the Psycho Rangers, bro. The Psycho Rangers.
Oh, they were awesome.
Goated villains.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goated villains.
I actually just watched the Turbo movie 2 weeks ago, which kind of prompted this whole well, how bad is that 2017 movie? Because I watched the Turbo movie, and then I think I watched the Mighty Morphin movie a little while before that, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember having fun with this stuff. And then I watched the new movie, and I was like, oh
yeah,
it's
a little different.
It's
a little different.
A little different.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
their best stuff though always has some kind of dark edge. I personally think their best seasons, which I mean it's not an unpopular opinion, but Time Force and RPM, like you said, those are because there's real consequences. The whole world is basically dead in RPM.
Bro, RPM
was a Y7 show.
Exactly. And then think about the fact that Ziggy literally pointed out everything we have been asking
that was the best
for years. You have a
RPM's
literal episode of him legitimately breaking the fourth wall, asking about why is there always explosions behind us when we morph? Why do our Zords have big eyes on them? That was hilarious.
Yeah. The reason why I was asking is because I see here on Wikipedia it says there's 3 seasons of the original show, but there's a thing called a reversion. I don't know what is that.
The reversion is when they were going through that weird period in between Nickelodeon and Disney. They didn't have anything to air at the moment, so they just re-aired Mighty Morphin. But the reason there's 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin is because of the contract disputes, actors leaving, stuff like that. That's the reason why it's 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin. It was a whole bunch of drama, which is why the original team switches so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
if I was to watch the show, there's a lot of actors coming in and out of the show.
Yeah.
For that season.
For that season.
So with the different titles, so there's there's 20 something different titles.
Yeah, there's over 20 different fucking
so for
things
the
here,
most part, each season is kind of, some of them are connected, but it's kind of like a soft reset. There's just a new crew, new tour, new suit. It's kind of, each one is their own individual team.
They stop being teenagers when you get to teams full of just.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't normally watch Mighty Morphin. I'm just it's a little too old and
dated.
Dated, yeah. So my first one I go to is In Space. I love In Space. That's my first oldest one I usually watch.
That one probably has the best intro.
Oh,
it's either that one or Lost Galaxy, in my opinion, have the
I Know
best
Thunders
intro.
is
Dino Thunders is good too. Yeah, I give you that. Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I like
SPD,
SPD, to be
SPD is
honest.
always
Yes, SPD is
Bro,
really good too.
SPD
I could not get into that one.
That is hands down my favorite.
SPD is one of the best seasons, bro.
It's like a cop show, but they're all Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, see,
so
that's why I
good.
don't like it.
Dog and a cat.
It's so good.
That's why I can't really get into it. I'm not.
And I think also I saw something recently, like it was supposed to be like 2025 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
like
we're in
we're present
2025.
we're
Oh,
present
no
day.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
But no,
But
like-
like Mighty Morphin to In Space are like all kind of
And
Interconnected.
That's
Through
Zordon.
Yeah.
They're all kind of
That's
interconnected. More or
Zordon
less.
era. That's the Zordon era.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
after that is when you start branching off into other people tapping into the morphing grid and creating their own morphers. If you want to
Yep.
watch it, don't Operation Overdrive.
Oh no. I don't
Bro,
I'm
when Mac found out he was a robot and he went into his edgy arc, I said, "Dog, you're irritating." The black they took it back to the Black Ranger being the black guy, but he's a stereotypical black guy with braids, and he's a professional thief. I said, this is just all too on the nose, bro. Like I said, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I hated Operation Overdrive. If it's any seasons that I can't stand, it's Operation Overdrive, Samurai, and Megaforce. I will never, when I do my rewatches of Power Rangers, I never watch that. Ninja Storm is where it's at though. Ninja Storm,
Yeah,
Dino
Ninja
Thunder, RPM. Beast Morphers was good because they changed up the suits.
Underrated,
I loved how the
I
suits were
think.
different.
Mhm.
The fact that we legitimately had. Do y'all remember that discourse over the Gold Ranger that season? Like, thanks to Blake from Turbo, like he started all of that drama about the Gold Ranger being a little effeminate or whatever. Like I said, dog, you started a whole controversy online. It was so bad,
Bro.
Yeah, I remember watching this off and on, like Power Rangers. I never really got into it. It's like one of
you
those
look
things
like
where
you
I
would be
just-
a Red Ranger.
it's what my mom tells me at times. I get it. Yeah, I just never. I mean, I remember like seeing clips like, oh, they're fighting a bunch of people, and no, it's like it just never really clicked. Like, oh, I need to actually watch this. Like, it's just kind of like on.
You
I don't know.
know, unfortunately.
Power Ranger.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, unfortunately, somehow my first experience into Power Rangers was Samurai, and I don't know how. Thank goodness I got through that to be like, oh wait, there's different ones. What's going on? Because if I just stopped at that would have been it, bro. Because that season was, especially when they were fighting, every single second they had to say some kind of pun or like whatever. They'd have some kind of stupid line.
They all Spider-Man.
Do the thing.
Exactly.
I'm probably gonna age myself a little bit, but like I'm one of the, I guess OG fans or whatever, because I remember like being a kid and seeing Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, and then like being a cognitive young child, I watched the debut of both Lost in Space In Space and Lost Galaxy. I remember I distinctly remember watching those when they premiered because I was such a huge Power Rangers fan. And then I think after that was it SP? It wasn't SPD. It was SPD. It was after Lost Galaxy, wasn't it? Or was it?
No,
Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember seeing that and being like,
I gotta watch that one. That's one I really haven't looked into, but I'm kind of intrigued by it.
After Lost Galaxy was when I kind of like drifted away, but I would come back here and there for other seasons. Like, I came back for, Wild Force, Dino Thunder, Time Force. I kind of dipped in and out of, and then after that,
did you watch Ninja Storm? Is the question.
About to say Ninja Storm.
The Thunder Rangers were like
pretty good.
The Thunder Rangers were like the goated evil.
That was the most drawn out thing I have ever seen in a Power Rangers.
I kind of liked it because didn't they only had like a team of 3 for the longest time.
Yeah.
I love when it went down to teams of 3. I love when it went down to 10-3.
Dino Thunder 2 is really good like that.
Yeah.
I have to say Ninja Storm, I think, is one of my favorite like morphing calls they have just because it's so much and it's so fast. It's like, Ninja Storm, Thunderstorm, Saber. That just slays. I'm sorry. That's just awesome. That's just so fun.
Cam is my favorite. Is my favorite Sixth Ranger. Cam has always been my favorite. Whenever me and my brother would play Power Rangers, I'd be like, look, I know I'm black, but I'm Cam. I'm the Samurai Ranger. You could be whoever you want. I don't care. I'm Cam. That's it. Like he's always been my favorite Ranger.
I like how you have to justify that. I know I'm black, however.
One thing I
love
loved,
the sensei in that season too.
Oh yeah.
Dino Thunder was the White Ranger arc where they
that was
so good.
Everything with Trent, because like you have Tommy Oliver there being like, yo, bro, like I've been where you're at, and Trent's just like, fuck you, dude. All of that was just so.
And that's one of the scariest villains they've had in the show. He is creepy looking. That guy. Oh my gosh.
One of the coolest looking suits too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Black and White Rangers in Dino Thunder were just fucking.
Oh, Jake would hate that.
Yeah.
No. When you said White Ranger, like, oh, Jake's favorite character.
Too soon. You got another hour before we can get.
Like it's so weird. Like Dino Thunder or SPD. Like I don't know if I could really choose. Like I feel like I remember loving SPD a little bit more, but I remember watching Dino Thunder a ton too.
Mm-hmm. What's
and it's
up?
Like, think about what is it? The Doggy Kruger Ranger in SPD.
Yeah.
Like that was cool.
Bro, Shadow.
I don't know.
Shadow Ranger was so dope. It was so dope.
Their morphing sequence where they do the backflip and they do the
that.
Come on, dude, that was awesome.
And the White Ranger in that one too is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think it just kind of boils down to preference, right? Like, obviously, the big thing about Power Rangers, no pun intended, the Megazords. So, what kind of Megazords are you into? Are you into ones that look more, robotic and artificial? Or are you into ones that look more animal or prehistoric? I think that definitely plays a bit of a factor. I mean, and that's probably why for me, I'm just so like of the Mighty Morphin era, of the Lost Galaxy and Space era, because those are like, at least to me, like when I think of Megazords or even Dino Thunder, like I just like, I don't know, there's just something interesting to me about seeing giant robotic dinosaurs, because it kind of makes me think of other shit that I like Zoids or something like that, and I just get in my happy place and all in my feels and shit.
When you talk about that, I just think like Mechagodzilla, like that's where I kind of go to.
Yeah,
with that, Dino Thunder had the best Dinozord designs, hands down. As much as I love Rexy from Dino Charge, Dino Thunder had the best Dinozord designs.
Yeah.
Or even
just like if you have no idea. If you have like no idea where to start with it, just like pick a theme, because there's usually at least 2 or 3 seasons with a theme. Like there's the dinosaurs, there's like the animal there's a magic one, there's a police one. Like
SPD's the police one, right?
Yeah.
SPD Time Forces too, kind of sort of. Time Forces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Time of Force has a great villain in that season too.
Rancic.
Yeah, Rancic. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Jungle Fury though? Jungle Fury was goated
a
little bit.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I love how they didn't have belts.
I know of it, but I didn't watch it.
I remember the online discourse, because I just used to look the stuff up. People were so, oh my God, they don't have belts. Why don't they? I said, why are you mad about belts? They're wearing colorful spandex.
Why are you mad about belts?
Yeah, I have to. I know people don't like this season a lot, but I loved the theming of it. I really liked Mystic Force in general. I really liked it.
That's a magic-based one, right?
I just hated That's another Red Ranger I hate. I hated Nick. He was.
I hated Chip. I could not stand Chip, dude. Like I made a joke with my friends of it, just like we all hated Chip, man. And like
he was too giddy for me. Like he was just so He was like Dustin, except smarter than Dustin. Whereas he
everything
really
he said, I just feel like, shut up, Chip. Stop. Like,
Shut up, Chip. Shut up, Chip. I don't understand the reference, but I'll go with it. That's funny.
Listen, I think most people are fine with him, but I just couldn't take him.
Gotcha. We'll bring him in, I guess. He's eating something right now. What are you eating there, Jason?
Eating some ice cream. It's kind of busting.
Okay.
I hear we're talking about Power Rangers. Do you guys like the samurai one? whatever that one was called.
No.
No?
The
No.
samurai one.
I don't
Oh,
like
my childhood.
samurai.
Mike
I don't
was
like
cool.
samurai at all.
I liked the morphing thing with the
Mm.
kanji. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
They drew it in the air.
I
But
hated
the rest
the
of
Blue
it,
Ranger
oh yeah,
Oh.
because no, and
his
don't
acting, dude.
take yeah.
He say,
First-
Jaden, wait, no.
Don't get
Just-
me wrong. He literally and Chainsaw Phil. Don't take this the wrong way.
We will.
But when I tell you he
We just
was
might.
a Red Ranger glazer.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
so it gave You're My Master for 2 seasons. Oh my, Jaden. Oh, we got to do what Jaden said. Oh, you're the Red Ranger.
Yeah, that was.
And I'm like, dude. And secondly, he never had a line in. Like, bro, go to the barber. Like, what is the problem? Like, get a shape up, something.
Get a shape up.
Antonio was cool. I will say, Dalton.
The Gold Ranger.
I-
Yeah.
his outfit was awesome. Come on.
Yeah, it was
That
pretty cool. It
That
was
was
pretty cool.
rest of
Barracuda
it-
Blade. His accent was so thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when
It
Jordan. I don't
was.
know how familiar you are, but like pretty
Oh,
much
Jesus.
the majority of these seasons are, or they were filmed in New Zealand, so they got a bunch of non-union Kiwi actors, and their accents sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I've
be
heard from a
prevalent.
lot of these like Power Ranger shows specifically, is that the acting isn't great, but like what you're there for is like the Power Ranger stuff, not so much the human stuff. Then again, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't really know. So it's like a thing to where I'm just kind of like outside of that world. Like hearing you guys like go freaking out for the past 15-20 minutes, I really don't have anything. Like I don't know. But it shows, hey, there is a passionate fan base. Like there must be something, because they've done like almost 30 fucking shows of this
Yeah.
thing.
Some
Which is
of
I think
the
it's
unheard
seasons
of.
I think it's a
are
lot
better
of
than others,
nostalgia
but-
too. I think it's a lot of nostalgia. I think a lot of us just kind of grew up watching it, and just for that simple fact alone have that special connection to it.
And there's plenty of people who like me who watch bits and pieces of random stuff. So I remember like seeing commercials for SPD when it was airing, but I had no idea. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but all right, they're police now. Okay, like I don't. At a point, I have no idea. I don't even know. Like it
Hey,
was
the
just a
Red
weird
Ranger
thing.
and SPD went on to play one of the greatest television villains ever in The Rookie. He I really enjoyed
really?
his villain arc. Yeah, he played one of the best television villains. Like to go
think he
from a
was
Power Ranger to being like a drug lord is insane.
A drug lord.
I think it was my favorite Power Ranger. Just in
Bro, he
general.
was so cool with it.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
fact that you just had the jealous white man thinking you weren't worthy, but you all ended up becoming like the best of friends at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like,
And I loved his dual pistols that like combined into the
they
one.
combined into
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
gun?
I have those. They're somewhere around the house. I don't know where they are. I had them. They were like my favorite toy as a kid.
Bro, he was the best Ranger. Like his arc, for me. Like the best Red Rangers have to be him and Connor, because they had to learn
Connor was cool.
to take the responsibility. They did not want it at first. With Jack, it was he thought that being Red Ranger, that means I'm the leader. I could do whatever I want. Yada yada yada. Connor just wanted to play soccer, wanted to be a jock. He didn't realize that this Dino Gym chose you. Or did they still? I think they stole him.
I think Leo had a pretty solid
Leo wasn't even supposed to be the Red Ranger.
Right, exactly my point. Like it was supposed to be his brother, but then he
Yep.
ended up getting the sword, and then his brother ended up becoming the Magna Defender, and I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to
Hey,
give props to my girl
Magna-
Amelia too. I really liked
Bro,
how she
I
ended
was
up
so-
transitioning into that. She was
I was so
really.
happy.
She stepped up. She stepped up in Cosmic Force, bro.
Cosmic Fury, like the
Fury,
way
Fury,
she handled everything in Cosmic Fury, I was sitting there with a smile on my face the entire
Yeah.
time. I
So
said, yeah, this is
basically,
how you
she
do it. This
was
is how you
the
do it.
Pink Ranger in Dino Fury, and then once they moved to Netflix, they got like a 10-episode extension with the same cast, which was the first time this happened since Mighty Morphin, which I loved because I really love this cast. So I was very happy that they got that. And Amelia ended up becoming the Red Ranger, taking over, and she was really good. Like she really did that.
And then you gotta
I
but then you
respect
gotta
that
think
girl.
about the fact they brought back like the more serious aspect of the fact that like oh, bro, Zato is actively dying throughout this entire season. Like, that's nuts. They even brought back Zordon in his body at one point. Like,
That's really cool.
Cosmic Fury.
Wait, what?
Cosmic Fury did a lot of the Red Ranger Zato. He ended up becoming something called the Zenith Ranger because he was getting ready to ascend to become a morphing master. But throughout the entire series, he was dying. So when he got to like his last final moments before he became a morphing master, when he went into some world, and I forgot which ranger it was that met with him, and his eyes were glowing blue. In that moment, Zordon was like inhabiting his body. Like his eyes turned blue. He was offering like words of wisdom. Zordon inhabited his body. Like it was crazy. Like it was like the internet went up when they seen that episode. It was crazy. Like they brought back Zordon for a short period of time. Like and then he became a morphing master and then just left the team.
He's just like a Power Ranger god now. Basically,
I was about to say, what exactly is a morphing master?
The last, they're the ones who gets like
beyond
the
my
powers.
understanding. I'm just like,
No,
okay,
they're basically
Is that like a Lego Master Builder?
Has to
Master Builder.
Morphin Masters is basically what you have to think about the fact is Mighty Morphin was not the very first team of Power Rangers. Technically, the very first team of Rangers is the very last team of Rangers because their iteration that the Red Ranger on the Dino Fury / Cosmic Fury team at the time, he's back from like the Dino Stone Ages. He's an alien.
Yeah.
He's from way back when. So his original team were knights who became Rangers because the Morphin Masters selected certain dinosaurs to power them. So they created the first team of Rangers. And it's like the Morphin Masters, they just show up and pick people, and then all these other people start tapping into the Morphin grid and figuring out how to choose what Rangers go where. That's what a lot of the comics really dive into because you got all these different. It's a multiverse. You have all these different timelines. Dino Charge is in a whole nother universe that we find out because at the end of that series, the dinosaurs never went extinct.
I don't know what that
is. And so Zordon being a ranger was that 2017 movie exclusive. Okay.
That was just a movie thing. It was weird. But that was just a movie thing.
Super weird.
I kind of liked that. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, okay, he was like the OG, and then
and then making
almost
Rita
floating head leader,
making Rita
the
the Green Ranger was like, oh, I see exactly what you're trying to set up here. Yeah.
Hey, we got robbed though because they said Tommy was gonna be a female in the sequel to the movie, and I was actually ready for that. I was ready for that. I was really ready for that.
For me. Gosh, I do just also before we change topics before Jordan like explodes, I do just want to say I also want to shout out my girl Rose McIver, the Yellow Ranger from RPM, who is the lead in iZombie, and she's the lead in Ghost.
Oh, that's
now.
right.
Ghost.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, she's awesome.
No
Love
idea.
her. I got to meet her at Heroes and Villains. Remember when we had those? Remember we had Arrowverse conventions?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
I never went. I should have. Yeah,
I
Chainsaw used to want to go to a convention and kiss Candace Patton.
That's
me.
Opposite.
That's me. That's me. I would do that.
I wanted to go to a convention before everything kind of went down and tell Stephen Amell, Steven, in the future, you're going to make some stupid decisions. Don't do it. Although stick your lane.
I do have a signed picture by Chantal Van Santen right up here.
Ooh,
you have a lot of signed
I
pictures,
missed
man.
Patty. Booty Spivot.
My Patty Spivot.
Did you say Booty Spivot?
Booty Spivot.
Sure did.
She's also Becca from The Boys.
Oh yeah.
Becca's also, isn't she Anissa from Invincible?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man. Damn.
Oh man.
Damn it.
Well,
sure.
I have not watched My Hero Academia. Just
I
so
haven't either. I've not seen one thing of that either.
I
There's
have not.
Stuff to watch.
All I'm gonna say is Barry. I get, black don't crack, but you should have cracked. You should have cracked Patty a few more times. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey. You in bed having nightmares about it. You ruining the moments. Wow,
she got on the train and then she went to The Boys and ended up marrying Billy Butcher. So
yeah,
right.
My thing is, Barry, if you were gonna go running and reveal your identity anyway, you could have told her like, Well,
So
you
it's
know
funny.
now. You
Like,
know now. Don't go. Like stay.
I knew she was at SAC Anime, and like I was thinking to myself, like, I think I'm gonna go walk over to Chantel Van Santen's booth, because like she wasn't there like an hour prior, because I think she had just went to lunch or something. And I'm walking behind this blonde. I'm like, wow, this looks a lot like Chantel Van Santen. And then like I'm walking to the booth, and she's walking in front of me, like towards the same booth. And I'm like, huh, I wonder. And then she goes into, and it's fucking Chantel Van Santen. And I'm just like, I could have tapped her on the shoulder and be like, hey, you're Chantel Van Santen. Can I get a... And no, probably wouldn't have went out down like that. So I just happily waited in line and got my picture. And
she probably would have been like, are you unfiltered? And you go, yeah. And the whole thing.
I talked to her about The Flash. She was like, you were really great as Patty Spivot. I loved your time on The Flash. I wish we could have seen more of you. She was like, oh, I love that show. Me too. I was like,
except for one thing. Yeah.
I guess I'll just throw this out here. I don't know. Just if you've been to a convention like this, like what was your favorite actor experience, whatever? Because I have a family portrait with Katrina Law, and I really appreciate that woman. She's the best. We have 2 bear stuffed animal children. One of them she named Yaki.
Okay.
Just I told her, I was like, she's like, what should we name it? What should we name it? I'm like, whatever you want, girl. I don't know. Just whatever. She said Yaki, because it's like yak's milk from Nanda Parbat or whatever the heck, the League of whatever. I was like, okay, Yaki.
Sure.
She held it up for the whole thing. She goes, everybody, our son, whatever. Then she signed our portrait and she said, Katie, our family is beautiful. That's the best woman like I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I have 2. I have 2 from San Diego Comic-Con just this past year. So me and my wife are literally we're walking down, and all of a sudden we hear, hey, what's up, guys? We look over, and it's the original Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin. It's just standing there. He's at his booth, but he's just saying, hey, what's up? And me and my wife were like, he's like, hey, yeah, what's up, man?
Walter
What's up?
Jones?
Yes. Just saying what? Just handing out what's up.
What?
But his manager was there. He's like, y'all can say what's up, but you still gonna have to pay for a picture. And he kind of looked at his manager and gave his manager a look. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, I'm cool. Like that was more than enough. Like it was so we just minding our own business, just walking, and all of a sudden, what's up, guys? I said, excuse me.
I can't believe he was there, and I fucking missed him.
Yeah, he was on that.
Damn it!
He was on like the very back wall by like the food court.
Yeah,
he was there.
What the fuck?
Was the second person you met, was that Phil when you met him at Comic-Con? Was that the second time you got?
Well,
we took pictures by the Yu-Gi-Oh booth.
Yeah, by the Yu-Gi-Oh booth. We were over there, but I was, I'm just walking, and then I look over at the DC booth, and it says Scott Snyder, somebody else, and then I saw Nicole Maines. She's there signing autographs.
Nicole Maines.
So when I went up to the table, I'm like literally like sitting there like holding the book like this. I'm shaking. She's like, hey, how you doing? What's up? I was like, I love you. I enjoyed you so much on Supergirl, and my wife's like, we really did watch the show religiously. He's just nervous. It was so I embarrassed her so bad, but I was like, oh my god. And she's like, you gonna read the new comics? Yes. I just went up, and I'm not lying. I just went to pick up Secret 6 today because her name is on the front cover.
She's awesome.
Okay.
I got to interview her once. That's a highlight of my YouTube career because I haven't done anything else. But she was awesome. She was only supposed to stay like 20 minutes, and she stayed like 45, and then she still kept talking to us at the end.
She's so like, down to earth.
Whatever. I don't care. She's like, I'll talk about Dreamer whenever, guys. I was like, heck yeah, dude.
Awesome.
She's awesome.
Well, you mentioned Comic-Con. Oh boy. What's up, man? What's up?
Smiling.
That's a good segue if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, mine was also San Diego Comic-Con. It was day one this past year, 2024. I'm literally waiting in line just to listen. So everyone's outside. It's like fucking 80 degrees at like 9 a.m. already. It's not great like weather-wise, but everyone's just having a great time talking comics and shit. So that day, I had to do press for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but since I was waiting outside and I was going to see Deadpool and Wolverine later, I was wearing my X-Men shirt, and I have it was like the cover, one of the covers of the X-Men comics, and it was drawn by Jim Lee. And this guy in front of me turns around and goes, "Oh, hey man, nice shirt." I was like, "Oh yeah, I love Jim Lee. I love whatever he draws. I will fucking pick it up. I will read it. I will whatever." And like we just sit there and talk about comics, and like we're continuously just talking about Jim Lee, and this guy is like talking and talking and talking. Here comes Jim Lee. Like he's walking, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Jim Lee! Oh my god, it's Jim Lee! Oh my god, it's Jim Lee!" And he literally walks up to the guy right in front of me that's talking about Jim Lee, and I'm wearing a fucking shirt drawn by Jim Lee, and he just won't shut up. And Jim Lee's like trying to make his way into the convention center, and I was like, "Hey man, Jim Lee's right behind you, trying to get inside the convention center." And he goes, "Oh shit, sorry, Jim." And Jim's like, "All good, guys. Have a great con." I was like, "You too, Jim Lee. You have a great Comic Con."
Heck yeah.
I met him the year before. I met him the year before.
Oh, you're cool, man. You're cool.
And then it was the time I met Phil. So.
Oh.
And Ronan.
Yeah, apparently Nicole Maines. That's pretty cool. She sat down for 40 minutes with some people on like while they were filming Supergirl. That's pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Chainsaw, didn't you have a cameo in a Supergirl episode? I think you played Otis Graves. I think that was you.
Damn.
I don't think that was me. I could
you
be
guys
wrong.
Look alike. You guys look alike. I'm sorry.
Like it could. I mean, maybe my twin. Maybe.
I don't know. Out of all those, like, convention celebrity appearances, mine wasn't even like the most memorable one. Wasn't even at. It wasn't even at a Comic-Con. It was while I was on vacation. It was at Myrtle Beach. I'm sitting out there at a beach resort with my family, and for any of the wrestling people in there, you guys will know this, but who pulls up to the shore other than Ric fucking Flair?
Oh my god.
Just pulls up to the shore on his boat because they needed to stop somewhere so he could go to the bathroom. So he walks over there sitting in the pool resort. I'm like, holy shit, that's Ric Flair. And my mom knows that me and my dad are both big wrestling fans. So what does my mom do? She walks over to the men's bathroom and stands out there for about 15 minutes. And apparently someone, looking at the bathroom had, I guess, tipped him off, because you could hear a flush about 4 times happen inside that bathroom. And he finally walks out, and I can see her talking over to him. She's pointing our way, and she's like, "Hey, these two over here, they would really love it if you come over and talk to them." It's like, we didn't ask you to do this. So she brings him over. He's a real sweet, nice guy. He's down to earth and one of the nicest people I've ever met. Got a picture with him still. We're talking to him. It's like, hey, we loved everything that you did for just the brand as a whole. WWF, the whole, just the way you affected the industry in total is so. It really left a mark on us. I was stammering my words a little bit. This is like 11 years ago. But that's probably one of the more memorable ones, is because my other family members were directly involved in it. It wasn't even something I paid for. It wasn't something I asked to happen. It's just before I know it, he's right there in front of me.
Yeah, I need to start going to conventions and stuff. That's what I need to do.
I've been to a couple. I've been to a couple. Like I went to. I've been to a local one a couple times. My big one was actually a free event that I kind of stumbled into. So this was around the time. So this was around the time. It was like a kind of like an event for the beginning of Black Lightning, but also the Gotham cast was there.
Oh,
and
nice.
so it was one of those things where you could like claim the free tickets online, that sort of thing.
Oh.
I was younger. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm there with my brother and my mom. And we get there, they're like, "Oh, like tickets for this, that, and the other, whatever." Like you could get into the event, but you couldn't meet anybody without these things. We didn't have any of that. So my mom like kind of talks to the people, whatever. She convinces them to like let us get in line for this like autograph signing. We get this big old Gotham poster, walk down the line, and like my brother and I meet like a good chunk of the cast, like Bruce, Alfred, everybody was there. So we met some of the hero side, some of the villain side. It was crazy. Like the kid who plays Bruce like stood up and like shook my brother's hand. Like it was crazy. And I've still got the poster on the wall back there, if you can see it past my mic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Is that the one of the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's awesome. That's like my most prized like comic collection piece, and it was a fun time. Was not expecting it. Like went to a couple like panels and stuff that day too. So saw the Black Lightning cast, saw some of the Arrowverse cast there too. They had the Flash and Supergirl suits like on display, so it was a crazy event. It was like a very small event, like not current ones, but just like prop suits.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun event, and the fact that it was free and we kind of stumbled into it. Oh, and there was like a little pop up CC Jitters outside too.
Oh,
Nice.
So that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I looked up like Michigan because that's where I am right now, and first this is Motor City Furry Con. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's perfect for
living
you.
that. Yeah,
The good thing about those local cons is they're not that expensive to get into. It's like maybe a ticket is around $30, and it's not that bad to get into if you're just trying to get your feet wet into something. I wouldn't recommend going to one of those huge ones like PAX or San Diego as your first Comic-Con, because that just be throwing you into the deep end. That's a lot to digest, but start with those smaller cons and then see if you like it after that.
Lance, you're leaving us?
Unfortunately, I know how much you need the
me
fully black guy. So
it's going to be good because the wokeness has gotten a little too high, so we need to kind of drop it a little bit. So it's fine. It's okay.
Is it because Taz only has half the blackness, so it'll level out a little bit?
Yeah, we got to level out a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Love you, Lance.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. I love
Lance.
you too, Jake. In a purely platonic way. Don't get any ideas.
Yeah, don't get excited, Jake. Don't get excited. All right, man. Well, you have a good rest of your night, man.
You too.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Lance.
Bye,
You
Lance.
gotta kick me out.
Oh, I'm kicking you out. All right. Hold on a second.
Get this guy out of here.
Who the fuck was that guy? All right.
What do you do to a soccer ball? You kick it?
I don't know why I had to kick him. I don't understand. I don't understand.
That's like something Darren would say.
That was a thing like back in like old Xbox 360 parties, right? You like invite somebody into the party and they're like, "Oh, what do you do with the soccer ball?" And then you'd kick them out of the party before you even tell them, and
Really?
they're just
Jeremy
sitting
Renner?
there. Yeah,
That was never on the Xbox side of things. I mean,
really.
I played the original Xbox like a time or two because it was around that time where like, hey, if you got X game on Y system, then you got Z exclusive content. It was that time.
Yeah.
And I went over to my friend's house because he had the Xbox, I had the PS2, and we played his version of the Spider-Man movie game because the Xbox version had the Craven levels.
Sam Witwer's gonna be at Motor City Comic Con.
Ooh.
Shit!
There you go, man.
Photo
I
ops
found-
only
Your ticket
$70.
in.
Yeah,
I found Sam Witwer in another thing that I didn't know he was in.
Sam Witwer.
Dexter season 1.
Whoa.
that's
Yeah.
right. He is.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Instant-
he's
Instant
super
Mount.
young in that. Yeah,
Instant Mount's gonna be
Yeah.
there.
I know him
Oh,
back from, he used to be on this sci-fi show called Being Human, which is the first thing I've seen him in. And he was starring in that with Megan Rath, who is or Jesse Rath's sibling, sister.
Oh, okay.
She was in Supergirl for like a hot second as like female Brainy when there were like 8 Brainies running around.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool. That is his real sister. And he was in that. Jesse was in that too for a hot and being whatever. Anyway, you get it.
That's cool. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen Jesse in anything else outside of that. So it's cool to know that he's got some other prominent stuff.
We also have When I Was a Boy. He's gonna be there. Saturday only though.
Oh, okay.
It's
Ooh,
not for you. Let's go back here. Let's
I've
see.
got a con coming up at the end of March that one of my friends was able to get me into, and I'm meeting Carl Lumley at that one. That's going to be an exciting one.
Be on your
Nice.
best behavior.
Really cool Comic Con. That's what they're calling it in July. Really cool Comic Con.
Damn you, Phil.
Oh, I did see Stephen Amell from afar at a con.
I saw him from up
But,
close one time.
His line was too long and too expensive to
Just
get
the way
in.
you said that. I
Yeah.
saw him from afar. He was
Yeah.
Well, I saw his hat.
He
Far
walked
enough,
past
I
me
guess.
once, and I his back brushed up against me. During that Heroes and Villains, he just cut through a line. He was just walking through the floor. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, that was weird. But yeah, his line is, no thank
I
you.
watched-
That's okay.
I watched the entire cast of The Boys walk out of Hall H on Friday at San Diego.
Whoa.
Wow.
So Anthony Starr, Jack Quaid, like everyone.
Urban?
That's cool.
Carl Urban. I said everyone, did I not? Dig that shit out of your ear, Jake.
He's talking about your favorite show, Chains. I'll listen to him.
Oh, what favorite show?
He doesn't care. Just like I don't care about Invincible. See, we balance each other out.
Yeah.
And hey, you don't have to listen to anyone talk about it for X amount of months.
Thank fuck.
That's true. Until it comes back again.
Thank
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And until the AAA game gets announced.
Which, yeah, they've been talking about that. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, just because the game gets announced doesn't mean it's going to come out.
As we've seen, you are correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Praying that does not happen.
I am
with
now
Wolverine.
sad.
There's so many fucking con events. How do I
Oh,
keep up with this
gosh.
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
Okay. Good question. What is a good con that would be a good first con to go to? If I had to, if there's one, right?
There's like
City-
hundreds.
I know
dude,
where you
like-
are.
Yeah.
Motor City Comic Con wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's where I was like, that's where some people are gonna be. Mr. D'Onofrio, unless apparently Canada says he freaking cancels. But then you have some other people. I'm also, I think in general, just to go to at least one, just to kind of get my foot in the door, because I've never done it. I've never
Are
done
you
it.
looking on RosterCon?
I'm just-
Because that's where you can find a lot of them. Like you can search your city, or you can search by the person you're trying to find, and
You
you'll
know
find a
what?
lot
Let me
near
look
you.
that up.
RosterCon,
I thought it was RoosterCon. That's my bad.
RoosterCon,
Yeah.
Rooster Con.
No, that's where I've gotten a lot of my stuff for years. That was through there.
Okay. Okay. Here we
Oh,
go.
they have a Power Rangers tab. Big mistake for me.
Power Rangers tab.
Big.
Katie's like, oh no, I might have gotten hooked.
Ooh.
You know what? I was very close to flying out for literal what is it called? Power Morphicon in San
Oh
Diego.
yeah.
I was very close. And then I didn't end up going because there's that whole big thing with what's his face with the Nazi symbols, and it was a whole disaster. So I was like, never mind, I'm not getting involved in that. But
Cleveland.
that was a great time. Yeah.
What's everybody's thoughts on Star Wars Celebration coming up pretty soon here?
Oh yeah, it's in like a month, isn't it? Or actually
Yeah.
less than a month.
I
Yeah.
guarantee
Oh, wow.
you that is going to be where they may publicly show off a teaser for Mandalorian and Grogu.
May. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
I saw
so.
something that it
Maybe.
was the cheapest Star Wars movie since Revenge of the Sith to make. It was like
Really?
100 and like the budget was like 160 something million.
Hmm.
Let me see
Okay.
if I
It's
saved. Did I
understandable.
save it? No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
because I was going to say the sequel movies, their budgets were through the roof, but they made them back.
Yeah, but which is actually kind of a good thing. Like I think spending ridiculous amounts of money on Mandalorian and Grogu has a $166 million budget, the cheapest Star Wars film made since Revenge of the Sith.
Wow.
Wow.
That's fine.
Interesting.
It's weird. I thought that like Rogue One would have been cheaper than Revenge of the Sith just because of the way it's made.
You're joking, right?
I mean, yeah, like think about when it came out. Like
Yeah.
all of these
Yeah, there's a bit of a
current
difference there. That's true.
yeah. So I mean, I think that though shows me that they basically took the budget for a season and made it a movie,
Yeah.
Which
is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's been
at
done
all.
plenty of times before.
Yeah, I think it might be a recipe for a really good movie. Then you can make it more self-contained, focus a little bit more on the characters, not have to go super crazy with anything.
Favreau directed that, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
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 I think Favreau
Yeah.
did direct that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm assuming Filoni's like an executive producer or something.
Oh
on it
yeah,
as well.
he probably. I think he wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
a
looking at it
writer
right
on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
I'd
see.
love if we got some update for Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, it's the likelihood is not high, but I'm
Written by John Favreau, Dave Filoni, directed by John Favreau.
Please announce my Darth Vader series where Vader goes around hunting down Jedi after Order 66. Please and thank you.
Actually,
Where's Rogue
Eckstein.
Squadron?
Actually, Eckstein Ahsoka is going to be at this one in December. Okay. I don't know. I'm assuming they'll announce more people as we get closer because it's obviously way far away, but still, it's
Oh.
like
and if you go onto the actual site of the con, they're often more
I
up
am.
to date with their guest list than
yeah,
Boston.
that's what I'm on right now. But it's so far away. That's the problem. That's why it's not an update. Like, okay, maybe.
I did also miss my opportunity to meet Hayden Christensen last year.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been
Because
cool.
he was at the con on a day that I wasn't going.
That
Which
sucks.
is and I was
Yeah.
just
I
like,
heard
I
people
could
say
pay the
he's, like-
extra money, and it was like,
Yeah, I've heard people say he's probably one of the best to me. I think.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
when you're a
he's-
kid,
he's-
though. But yeah.
Right.
He's definitely on. He's definitely on my list of like, if I could meet anybody, like, I could die happy after that.
I went to Fandemic Tour in 2022, I think it was, and that was an event that both he and Ewan McGregor were going to be at, and Sebastian Stan too was actually going to be in attendance too, and all three of them canceled like within the week of that event. I'm like, this sucks.
Dang.
But I still ended up getting to meet, who was it? John Barrowman, Bruce Campbell, Katie Cassidy. So there were still a small handful
wow.
of people there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, yeah, this is in North Carolina, which I'm not even near there anymore. So I'm even looking at this. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Hey, if you want to compensate me, I'll get you something.
I mean, you could give me something. I don't know though. I don't know. Oh well. I'll figure out a con at some point.
Yeah,
You know.
I think the con I went to when I used to live in Houston was called Comic Palooza. That one was pretty good. I've been going since 2014, 2013.
Okay.
I
Nice.
think.
Comic Palooza.
Yeah,
Has
that's in
anybody ever-
Houston.
Has anybody ever had a bad experience with a celebrity at a Comic-Con?
Jeff Loeb.
Wow.
There you go.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't call it bad. It was just kind of like, I don't know, like you hear, stories of certain creators just like being great and then some creators being not so great. Like Jeff Loeb, he was at his table and he was talking to someone for like a good 20 minutes. And I'm just sitting there looking at his art like, yeah, I'd really like to just say, hey, man, thanks for all your work, whatever. And like he would look and then he'd just go back to talking. I'm just like, I told his assistant, I was like, I'll be back later. Never bothered coming back. Because it was just like one of those things where it's just like, look, man, like you're at San Diego Comic-Con, you're here to talk to fans and whatnot, and you're sitting here blowing smoke up someone else's ass. So I don't know. I just kind of got the vibe like, okay, maybe he doesn't really want to talk to me for whatever reason. I don't really know. Didn't really think too hard into it. But after that, I was just like, okay, so Jeff Loeb really is kind of like not as nice as people have said online. Cool.
Yeah.
My only bad experience, if you want to say that in quotes, because it wasn't even my experience. I just witnessed this happen. Was when my youngest sister met Connor Donahue from Once Upon a Time, and
wow.
He had been nice to several people that were in his line prior to that point, but he all of a sudden, whenever my sister got up to him, I don't know what changed about his mood, but all of a sudden he just got this very pleasant or very unpleasant look about him. Didn't really want to talk for long, was very short spoken, and she kind of walked away, hating the experience. And at the time she was like 14. So I knew she had felt really bad about what just happened. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit too. I didn't even interact with him, but kind of just on her behalf, I felt bad about it.
Were you standing with her when she was talking with him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably it's you. It was probably you. That's fine. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
probably.
Yeah, he saw you. He's like, this racist over here. I can't handle this guy. He's not Draven. He's Daddy D Money Swizzle.
Yo,
What's up, man?
nothing. Just hanging out.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm tired as fuck today. I'm not gonna lie. I could fall asleep.
Same. Yeah, you like to do before weeks ago.
Fuck else to do.
Wouldn't be the first time you did
I
that.
think
How's the Sims going?
I was about to ask.
I haven't played in a while.
Oh.
I've been
that's a good
playing.
thing.
Well, your attention span is short.
I've been playing. I got Helldivers. Someone bought Helldivers for me, so
Oh, nice.
I've been diving.
I've been thinking about going back into that because I was watching an old stream from Johnny's channel where we were playing for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we should play.
I just haven't played in a long time, but like I remember like watching a clip of me and him playing like freaking months ago. Going, oh yeah, I remember this game was fun. Yeah, I remember.
Good fun.
Haven't played it.
I haven't
yet.
played it in a while
You
either.
get tired of fighting for democracy after a while.
Yeah, that's what happens. I got bored of this.
So you went on to Fortnite.
Too
Now you
too
grow.
much democracy.
It's too much democracy, so little time.
Fortnite's good, Jake.
You know, Jake would know. Remember, he won that one match he did or something or whatever.
You remember that story?
Yeah. Remember that story, guys? Yeah, I do. I remember that story.
Did it involve a cookout of some kind?
Could have.
Later that night.
Oh shit!
Jesus. Oh no. What about
Draven's
that?
in the upside down. Why? Because he's in the dark.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possible.
That's
I don't
That'd be
see any
racist.
red silhouettes behind him.
too bright.
Hey man, I could sleep. My wife's like, "Oh, you're gonna come to bed at 10:30?" I'm like, "No."
No.
The show's gonna be halfway through at that point. No. I know you want to go to bed. I want to go to bed.
You could say something so bad in the next 10 minutes that the live gets taken down.
I could do that. No, I'd rather not risk my channel. But I could though. It'd be funny, but no, it's okay.
April Fool's Day prank. You never know.
Oh, when is April
Yeah.
Fool's? What day is that?
In like
Let's see.
11 days.
When
Oh,
is April
What do you mean?
Fool's?
I know
It's on the
first
same
day.
day it is
Right.
every single year.
Oh, what? I
When's
was
the
like,
4th of
what,
July?
what fucking day? It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hey,
Mm, it's close enough.
coordination.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
close.
it's on part. Yeah, no one show up to Party Nation when he does Party Nation that day. No one show up.
Oh man,
Everyone quit.
everyone quit.
Yeah.
Dang. You know what? I'm just gonna throw something out here that I just thought about in the last 2 minutes. That I talked. I mean, Jordan, you said it a little bit when we did the School Spirits thing. I think I watched Queen of the Ring.
Oh,
Finally, I found it.
Ooh, yeah.
In a theater because my normal
Oh.
theater wasn't playing it, and I was
when you
like,
said I found it,
okay.
I'm like, did you find it illegally?
no. I had to I couldn't. It was just playing like in one theater near me, like in New York. I was like, oh no, I am not doing all that to go into the city. So I finally found one-ish that was playing sort of near me. I don't know if you felt this way, but
Okay.
like the first 50 minutes of this movie, like 50 minutes, it felt like I was watching it at like 3 times speed. Like we were just rolling through the first, like, I don't even know how many years of this woman's life. Like, oh,
Yeah.
she sees the wrestling guy. Oh, back to the diner. Oh, she's gonna go there. She's getting that training. Anyway, she's gonna get hired.
Yeah, I guess
It
I,
is
I
quick.
get that.
The heck?
I get that.
Yeah, it's quick, but I will
Find the
say
movie, though.
it's better than her freaking Western movie that she did years ago.
Ooh,
That's a train wreck.
Was it-
Stephen Amell with another bad wig like Arrow in that short little stint there. But yeah, I think
in a bad accent like Heels.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't stand that accent.
I
bro.
still never watched season 2 of Heels. Because
The cliffhanger
yeah,
made me angry.
yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it
I
was
have-
on
I
the
have a
card.
t-
It
I
was
have a
never
tough
gonna
time
get off the
finishing-
ground.
I have a tough time finishing shows that get canceled. Like, if
Yeah.
I know
What's
that
the
it's
point?
over, I'm like, yeah, why even bother watching this
Mhm.
next season?
I mean,
Yeah.
It was on a network that was next to dead, so you kind of knew it wasn't going to last for long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got canceled with like 3 other shows at the same time. Like it's not
Yeah.
surprising at all that Stars is like we're cutting a lot of stuff because we're not making money.
Isn't that
and
another
then-
one that went to Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's streaming
Yeah.
on there, so you can
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody
then-
thought Netflix
And then you have
was gonna
Stephen
save it,
Amell's
and
new
then
show,
it
Suits
didn't.
LA.
Yeah.
That
Suits
it's
LA.
yeah, that's really
Oh
great.
yeah, I kept seeing
I keep-
commercials for
Whatever.
that.
Yeah.
People-
I've
people
seen
are
a couple
saying it-
clips where they reference Batman.
Yeah, it's getting it's getting destroyed by people online saying it's boring and it's all over the place and it's stupid. I'm
Great.
like, all right, well,
Yeah.
par for the
Whatever.
course, I guess.
It's
I
so
did-
weird
listen,
seeing Matt
Heels
Lecter
was
play his dad in that
fine.
when they're not
I
that
thought Heels
much
was
different
fine.
age.
Yeah, I like the first season.
Yeah, I liked. Listen, I'm gonna be so for real. I really liked Kelly Berglund before I watched it, and I was like, I also love wrestling, so I was like, very, very Peytonless Cobra Kai type of vibes. I was like, Kelly Berglund's gonna be wrestling. I was like, yes, dude. So I really liked her in that, and I thought it was cool because she was in Queen of the Ring for a second, like half a second, but she was there. She made a little appearance, and Octavia Maria Avgeropoulos from The 100, she was in it for a second. Tyler Posey was in it, so I was having a good time with the cast. I'll tell you that much. I was really feeling the cast.
That's an interesting group.
Yeah,
It is,
there's
yeah.
a lot. There's a lot of people in
Oh.
Queen of the Ring. You're not like you don't know. Like,
Mickey
oh, they're in here?
James, my favorite like wrestler like ever. Girl, like that was she literally popped up on the screen for 2 seconds. Like it was just like the part where they're doing the tryout, and there were like 30 girls in the ring, and it's just like just a quick little thing, and I was literally like, stop it, stop playing with me, dude. Like, and then some guy at the end, like we were all walking out, he was like, that was Mickey James, right? I was like, yes,
yeah, Deborah's in there too. Yep.
Oh
Karen
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She was a
cool. I like that
surprise.
how they kind of brought a lot
The
of
one
different
person that I
wrestling
found out that
related
was in the
things.
movie, because he's not really in the marketing at all, and I was waiting for my wife to see him pop up, was Martin Cove, Cobra Kai, freaking
Yeah.
Priest. I'm waiting
Really?
for him, like,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
shit.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's got a couple
Huh.
scenes.
Who's he playing that movie?
He's like a wrestling promoter. That comes
Oh,
in like
interesting.
towards the end.
Okay.
He's in like the opening scene for like a 2-second shot. My wife's looking at eating her food. She
Yeah.
didn't even see him pop up, and then it flashes back.
I
I'm like,
didn't
"Oh,
notice him either.
she's gonna have to wait." But yeah, he was there for like a couple seconds, but then he comes in, and it's funny because when he walks in, you're like, "Oh shit, Kreese," and he starts talking like, "Oh, it is Kreese." Like he's just it's just Kreese.
He's
It's
just
like,
playing
"Oh,
the
it's just
guy.
crazy.
yeah, it's Kreese. Yeah, it's whatever."
Yeah.
The younger guy that's in Walker, I think, isn't he in that movie too? For like, isn't that the guy that's playing her son or something?
I don't even know.
Oh.
Let me look up. Hold on.
'Cause I can't pronounce his name, but I'm pretty sure that was the guy who played Trevor in Walker.
Oh yeah, it is him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gavin Casal.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Legno? No clue. Casablanca.
Like, no.
Yeah, he was Trevor Strand in
Yeah.
in Walker, which is another show my wife and I we started watching. We got like 3 episodes in and we didn't continue. So
Yeah.
oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on.
Wait.
Hey,
Yep.
buddy.
Oh.
Yep, I had a
What's
feeling.
up, man? I had to pause. I'm like, wait a minute.
I've never
Hold on.
used this on my phone before, so I don't know how the fuck this is gonna go.
Oh, it's fine. You're good.
Where are you?
It's fine.
You look fucking hot.
Well, you just
He's
press the
sexy.
button.
Dirty.
Where are you?
Are you with your Are you with your girlfriend?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
How the fuck would he tell you?
I love
Yeah,
how
he
Phil's
was-
eyes
I know
started
he
to
is, bro. That's
scream,
why he's
but
on
he
his
didn't
phone. You
move.
fucking clown.
Oh, I didn't even see you in there, Draven. You're just in the fucking dark, bro.
yeah.
Fucking, I'm in Queens right
Yeah.
now.
Oh
I'm a
man.
Spider-Man.
Nice.
Shit.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
If you see
So
Peter
how's
Parker, tell him I said hello.
Oh,
What are you
it keeps
drinking? What are you
It keeps
drinking?
refreshing. A Dr. Pepper, a little DP.
Oh, you're cool,
There you
man.
go, there you
Oh, that's
go.
a tall
Dookie.
can.
There you
Jesus.
go.
Duke
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, that's like a double Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, man.
My bitch.
Double fisting.
Okay. Yeah, I'm double fisting this bitch.
Double
Yeah.
fist that Dr. Pepper. Oh, glug, glug.
Glug 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 glug.
Yeah, man.
uh,
So how's the New York trip, man? Good.
It's going good. It's going good. We're having fun.
He's so nervous. Man. He is so fucking nervous right now. He is so nervous. You can tell
not.
he is on edge right now.
Yeah, he is.
His
No,
face
he's
is about as
not.
red as that can.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're red as that can. That's what Jake
I'm as
said.
red as I can.
And you're as wet as
Yeah.
a wall, Jake.
Jake's ass.
Yeah. It's okay, man.
Yeah, I'm red
More
right
like as
now.
red as Jake's ass. I mean, what?
After what?
Oh, aren't you just full of quips today?
He's Spider-Man, man.
Yeah,
Plenty.
So,
Don't you know?
should I do the
It's
reveal?
up to you, man. It's up to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Should I do it?
That's your call.
Yeah?
What
Oh,
reveal?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Draven's like falling under a chair.
I mean, she's sitting over here.
I'm
She's
nervous.
laughing.
Hello. Hey.
Bye.
Oh, keeps refreshing.
Oh boy.
Oh, this isn't awkward.
This is Theodora.
Hello.
Shut up.
She puts up with my bullshit.
I'm Johnny's
yeah.
wife. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shut
yeah,
up.
yeah. I'm the son.
What?
I'm
If
the
true,
son.
I'm the wife. If anything,
Uh-huh.
Jake, you need to shut up.
Yeah, that's the sun up there.
Yeah, I give her a little bit of the
that.
lore. I gave
Yeah.
her a little bit of the lore before, so she
Okay.
knows about
Oh,
my second
she's
family.
up to speed. Okay.
Yeah, she knows that I don't pay
Does
child
she
support,
understand that you have you have a son that's
Okay.
older than you? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that I gave birth to out of my ass. Yeah. Yeah, she's aware.
Perfect.
She's okay with it, I think, right? You're okay with it?
Yeah, it's fine.
You ready to be a step? I do need a stepmom, so I'm ready for it.
No,
Wow.
thank you.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
See.
She told you
I tried.
I'm
no,
never used to
chief.
being able
That's
to
shit
not
for
see the
you.
chat. I'm scared to press
Man.
the chat button.
Oh no.
Draven, what are you doing?
Just don't.
Don't entertain it.
Don't press the chat. Don't press the chat. Cantergraph's in the chat. You don't want to see that shit.
Oh no!
I see my boy Ronan
Yeah, Ronan's in there. Yeah, man.
and Jeff.
Oh, and Jeff. What do you got planned for the?
Katie's
What do you got
face
planned
looks
for the
like, I
rest of
don't know
your
what
trip
just
there,
happened.
Johnny?
So tomorrow's the last day. We're going to the Bronx Zoo.
Finally.
Oh.
We're gonna see Monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey. Yeah, and other animals, mostly.
Jake's
monkeys.
least favorite animal.
Goku?
Oh my god.
The monkey's name's Goku, right?
Goku?
Goku, what?
Is that the monkey's name?
Goku, because
I
he
don't know
turns
what
into a
the monkey's
giant
name is. They got a
monkey?
new
Giant
gorilla.
ape,
at the
sane
Bronx
ape,
Zoo.
come
I'm
on.
excited.
Oh,
Great ape.
Great ape.
Oh,
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet of the Apes. Okay, that makes more sense.
So yeah, we're going to the Bronx Zoo,
Yeah.
and then I think that's kind of it. Tomorrow's the last day, and then we're gonna kind of see what we do after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come to my house.
Don't go to my house. Don't go to his house.
Play with me, I'm bored. Johnny, where the fuck you been, bro? You been MIA.
I know. I've been here, bro.
He's busy, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's cutting
wow, someone
hair,
doesn't fucking
ignoring
pay
us.
attention.
You
Holy
know.
shit.
Yeah, I'm too
Surprise,
busy ignoring
surprise,
you guys.
right?
Come on.
Suck my dick, Phil.
Look, Johnny, I watched an
No,
old
I'm not
stream
gonna
that we
do that.
did a while back on. We were playing Helldivers 2.
You
That
watch
was
one of our
fun.
Helldiver streams?
Yeah, I watched one of the old ones just listening, and it's like, this was fun. I remember.
I
Yeah.
want to get back on Helldiver.
I got Helldivers, so
Yeah, he got Helldivers.
play,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh shit, we're going back, boys,
Mm,
for democracy.
we could for democracy. Yeah.
To give
Yeah,
you fight
always.
aliens for democracy.
Let that be lit.
Yeah.
Need some of that now.
Yeah. We do. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know. Well, it's gonna be having fun. Going to this.
Mhm, mhm.
My wife's wanting to go to a zoo for like an otter and sloth combination, like meet and greet when we have our anniversary in May.
Otter and
That's
sloth
cute.
meet and greet. That sounds fun.
That's specific.
It is very
I didn't know
specific.
you could have a meet and greet with a otter.
Yeah, she's like, she wants to hold the sloth, she wants to feed the otters. I'm like,
She has this all worked out.
oh yeah,
That'd
oh
be
yeah.
fun.
trust me.
Sounds
It-
fun.
It's been a thing. I've been
I
hearing
want to
about
meet
this.
and greet with a gorilla. He'd probably beat the shit out of me and kill me, but I want to meet and greet with a gorilla.
And then you would see afterwards the gorilla getting paid by Jake. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for
Put a
your
hit out on
services. I'll be in touch for your copay.
Your copay. Yeah, that's funny. Hey man, that's good.
Hilarious.
Oh, but who's coming in? Wait, who is it? It's Ronan. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
What's
What's
up?
up,
Not
Ronan?
this guy.
What's up?
Yeah, not this guy. Come on.
Not this guy.
Not the Latino.
Oh,
Racist,
shit.
bro.
Not the Invincible Talker.
Reba.
Oh my god.
And you have the nerve to call me racist.
Sorry.
Hey Johnny,
You are racist.
What's up,
There's a
Ronan?
difference.
hello, Mrs. Bravo, or hi,
Whoa.
You know what? That's my cue. I'm gonna.
cuñada.
That's
Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
I want to be the flower. I want to be the flower boy.
Y'all are scary, bro.
Wait, who does that mean the bear is?
I need to be the flower boy.
Yeah,
It's law. The Latino cousin is the wildest. That's law.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, Ronan's
Yeah.
my guy right there. He's my Last of Us guy.
You're the last.
Everyday guy that Ronan Unchained.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unchain the Ronin.
We're gonna make her a Last of Us fan too, and then she'll
Has she
she'll
not
understand.
seen the show?
No,
Oh.
Not yet.
not
Okay,
yet.
you need to. You need to.
Has she played the games?
No.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
please prep her. Like don't
Yeah.
like it's
No, throw her in.
You don't think I should just throw her into the fire?
Just throw her in.
no.
No.
Throw her
Honestly,
in.
watching blind is kind of a
Throw her
great
in.
way to go about it.
Yeah,
Watch
Watch
it
it
Honestly,
blind,
if you
and then
play
if
the
you
game
enjoy it,
beforehand
then
or
you
not.
can go explore the games.
Yeah.
She just
So
knows
if
if
you
they,
played the game before or not, if you're bringing her into the show, just make sure you have plenty of tissues
So she-
nearby.
Yeah.
Tissues and sob.
you could say it's sad. Yeah.
You could say.
It's from
thing is
HBO,
natural,
so that
HBO.
should tell you a lot. It's
Mhm.
yeah.
All she knows is it's an apocalyptic show with
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, that's
Eddie
one way of putting it.
Eddie Pedro.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely in that show.
Yes,
He's definitely in that show.
He's definitely in the show.
He's
That's all
definitely
I'll
in that
say.
She is in the show.
there is an
Yeah.
impact of his character. in
That
the
is
show.
canon.
That is canon.
It's a fact. Yep.
You should get into playing like Helldivers or something too. Yeah. Oh, inappropriate.
All right, she's gonna just a study, so I
okay,
wanted her to make her cameo, and then.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit because my phone is dying. But
no worries, man. No worries.
If you plug it in, it usually charges.
Oh yeah. I never heard of a charger before.
Wow.
Is that canon?
Once it dies, just buy a new one.
It's just so weird seeing you out of your element, man. It's like
I feel weird.
It's like we discussed before. Like you had posted photos where you were like at like a concert or something, and you had shorts on. I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah,
like,
who knew I had legs? I know.
Yeah, I thought you always sat in your chair. You're just glued to it.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of us actually have legs.
Wait,
That's
so what's
true.
your corner over there, Johnny?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
what?
What's in your corner over there? Yeah, your corner here.
Want a little tour? This is my Nona's old apartment in Queens that she can't stay in anymore. So it's a little.
Oh wow.
It's an old lady,
Okay.
old Italian lady apartment. It's like
Okay.
Jesus is everywhere. There's family pictures. There's all kinds of stuff. Like
You crawled in that place.
Mincha.
Is there any baby pictures of you in there?
Yeah, there are.
Ooh.
I can see if I can grab one. That'd be kind of funny.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that
Expose
would.
myself.
To see baby Gianni.
Expose it. Hold on. Let me
He shows the photo. You still have a beard.
What, Chance? Are you going to bring
rummage
baby
around.
pictures of your mom to show and tell?
Oh yeah, well.
It's like in 21 Jump Street with the Jonah Hill baby shot. There's gonna be Johnny in this one.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's now the picture he's gonna show is him holding a box of ZD when he's still a baby.
True Italian right from the start.
Hell yeah, as he should be. It's like he's on a mission now to get this.
Yeah. I'm happy for him though. He's out of his element. I'm happy for him. That I'm like, just try new stuff. I don't know how it's gonna go, but like, go for it, man. Doing the same thing over and over again, at points it gets fatigue. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hear that. Actually, next Tuesday is my 1 year anniversary of my new job. So,
Damn, it's been a year already.
It's been a year. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy.
Fuck, man. I remember the hunt. Your hunt, man. I was like
6 months.
Yeah.
So there's one of me as a kid hanging up, and it's fucking huge. So I don't want to take it down because I might not get it back up. But I found a stupid picture of me from senior year of high school.
Let's go. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Oh
for
my!
This is like slick back. Like
oh my!
Look at that shit.
Holy Taka. Holy fuck.
Hey, you've aged well, my boy.
Pretty
aged well.
Oh my God.
Aged well.
You've aged well.
What's the dude from Sixth Sense who's now in a lot of shows? What's his name? The kid that can see the. What's his name?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Let's just say that was not your peak.
He does the Mike Flanagan shit, right? That guy? No,
Yeah,
isn't
Haley
that-
Joel Osment. That's a young Haley Joel Osment right there.
Oh,
That-
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I kind of see that.
hell yeah.
He was in
Yeah, a
Forrest
little
Gump
bit.
too, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, he
Oh.
plays the. Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
That's crazy.
The more you know.
Yeah. The more you know.
The only other thing I knew him from aside from Sixth Sense was he was in a movie called Secondhand Lions about 20 years back. If anybody remembers that.
Nope.
Never
Really
heard of it.
emotional and kind of sad.
He looks like he wants to sell you some stocks.
I thought it said
You're
song.
at Goldman
Yeah, I was about
Sachs.
to say,
Yeah.
kind of looks like the
Fox.
Stonks meme.
Is that the only photo you have,
see that.
Johnny? Or no?
Wait,
That's
is
the only,
that?
that's the only
Is that
photo
the-
he
is that
has.
the only photo you have?
That should be your profile picture.
Yo, Jake,
honestly.
what do you look like in high school,
Let
Jake?
me see if I can find any other loose ones around. I'm not gonna rip anything off the wall, but let me see.
What?
I said, what'd you look like during high school?
Was not a good time.
All right.
I wonder what that means.
Well, so freshman and
wasn't a good
sophomore
time.
year was not a good time. You know, once you got to junior and senior, then things started looking up.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's good.
Oh,
I don't
Like the Breakfast Club.
I don't have any older pictures in here of me. They're all at my parents' place.
I'm trying to find if I can
Probably for the
find
best.
I'm trying to see if I can log
It
into
would
my.
also be for the best if you just shut the fuck up, Phil.
Oh.
No, that's not gonna happen. I don't know how to do that. That is not my vocabulary.
Damn.
Well, with the people you interact with in different chats and discords, who can blame you?
True. Very true. I don't know how to shut the fuck up.
No, you don't.
No.
Wait.
No.
Wait, Phil, let's talk about Invincible.
No.
Hey,
Yeah, Invincible time.
And Ronan, do you want to
That'll get him
replay
to
our
sleep.
Invincible chat?
Oh man,
I'm messing with you.
and if Phil really wanted to take a nap, he could just cut on any Taika Waititi movie.
It's true.
I found some crazy shit actually. Hold on, I'm exposing
Uh-oh.
myself. This is embarrassing, but like fuck it.
Exposing yourself.
Well, this one's cute. I was an adorable ass baby. Dude.
Full screen.
Yeah, let's see this.
Me
Dude.
and my dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Where's
Look at
the
that right
CD?
there.
who'd you say that's
We're
holding?
probably, we're
Oh my
probably
gosh, you
using-
look just like
there,
him.
there is at the table. Yeah, I do look like my dad, just blonde.
Oh, that's cute.
Blonde.
That's blonde.
That's the Dutch and German, and then this is like babe. Well, what was this 20? I was 12 years old. Jesus Christ!
Oh yes, I'm ready.
I
I'm
just
ready
saw
for
the,
this.
I just saw the flashback in his eyes. He's like, "Holy shit!"
I'm like, why the fuck am I showing these, bro? It's bad.
Just do it. Just do it.
Oh.
Ew. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There's Johnny
Wow.
War.
Johnny through the years.
That's Johnny Lore if I've ever seen any.
Yep, straight out of my
Wow.
Nona's apartment.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm on my Facebook trying to find some old photos. Let's see here.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Should I even?
Oh shit, Draven.
Should I even look at any of these?
Draven, that's crazy.
I mean, Phil showed us pictures of himself when he was younger, so I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
oh my god.
We should all
When
just
did I
talk
do
about
that?
this.
That's my sister.
When did I do that? I don't even remember.
Oh jeez.
remember
Oh
you
no.
showed, like, the,
Oh.
What was it? The Avenged Sevenfold costume, and
Oh,
I got one.
I did something
got-
else too.
Oh god.
Actually, let me
Let's see it.
hold on, let me snip it so I make sure I don't fucking show. So I can make sure to
Don't dox yourself.
my name. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I show just this window? There we go. Yep. So this is me back with this was like 2012, and I decided I'm gonna go with this route of just having a mustache for some reason.
No.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I don't know what I was.
I
thinking.
think you look good.
Yeah, I was
Raven,
rocking
you
the
think a lot of things look good.
Omni Man look.
That's a look, man.
Let's see if I can find any. I can definitely find old stuff too. Let's see here.
Hold on.
I used to have
Yeah.
long hair and no facial hair.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Interesting.
man.
That's the
I
rock
did have
days,
long hair for a
baby.
little bit too.
God. Oh, why?
Jake, let's see it.
Yeah, Jake, let's see it.
Jesus.
Come on.
You have to show it.
Come on.
This is a shitty ass picture because the
So
quality.
this is me, my first
Full screen it.
meeting.
Full screen it.
Full screen. Let's go.
This is me when I was 10.
Oh,
Oh.
you gotta get it close. Mark. You gotta put it close. To oh my god.
Oh.
Wow.
That's 10-year-old me.
It's back when you were a good person.
You're still ugly.
Good person.
Jesus Christ.
That is a 2005 picture.
Yeah, you're still ugly.
Damn, bro.
Hey Phil,
What's up?
your ex.
Fuck me, right? Fuck me, right? I'm a fucking asshole. Yeah, I know.
So I was scrolling
This is,
across that picture. I saw that and I was like, why?
Freshman year of homecoming, bro.
Let me see that one.
Good
Oh my
lord,
God.
guys!
Wow.
Look,
Yeah.
it's Fuller from Full House. Or not Full House. I'm fucking. It's Fuller from Home Alone.
Home Alone. Fuller, go easy on the Pepsi.
Dickheads.
Dickheads. Dickheads.
Always.
I have so many fucking
crazy.
photos. What the hell?
Do you?
Yeah.
I got
What
some.
is everybody else doing?
This is mine in like year 7. It kind of just looks the exact same.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, close. All
I have
right.
an edge.
Here we go. This is back when I thought I was cool with my fucking long hair, the fucking like freaking filter and all this bullshit. Hell yeah, man.
Whoa!
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, you had to glow up, my friend.
Yeah.
No, just say that now.
What the hell happened to you?
If I saw you in the street, I'd walk the other way. I'm not gonna lie.
School shooter vibes, not gonna lie.
All right.
That
All right.
Yeah.
was crazy.
Not that bad.
Here's another shot. Like the hair was like down to my freaking like shoulders. I don't know why. I don't know.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Oh my
Look at that, Fabio.
Yeah, and the thing was too, like I could grow like the facial hair I have now. I could grow it. I just kept like shaving it off. This was 09.
I think you got to go back to long hair
2009.
like that.
I was 3 years old when that photo was taken.
Jesus.
I was. I think you got to go back to that, Jordan. I'm not gonna lie.
I tried to grow my hair out, but I didn't do it.
That's when Chainsaw discovered Metallica. He was just like, just like let
Okay,
it
so
go.
I kept like breaking these fucking cameras. Like you said that Metallica. I have a Master of Puppets shirt on in this photo.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that fucking that trailer and that camera. I remember like I had that freaking camera and I freaking dropped it and it broke. I was so mad.
2007 selfies.
Yeah. 2000. That's 2009, man. That's fucking
9.
Looked like you had the high score at the local Guitar Hero.
Yes.
Oh.
Holy shit.
That's fun.
Oh, hold on. Do I have it?
Oh no.
Let me see.
He's wearing a certain white robe.
So this is my first clan meeting.
Wait, what?
That was good.
Wow.
I was not wearing white in the picture I'm looking for. I was actually wearing yellow.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't graduate
You
yet.
got pee on it. Gotcha.
I don't even know if I can find it. Holy shit.
All
I
right.
gotta find it, man. Oh my
Bro thought he
god.
wiped the hard drive.
All right. All right. Y'all ready for a laugh? I'll give you
Oh,
a
no.
laugh.
This-
God.
I don't know what I was thinking here, but I mean, I'm just fucking stupid.
Whoa.
Wait, who's that?
Oh, that's wow.
What?
That's
That's not what I shared.
Wow.
That's what I shared. Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot I could share
my
this shit too.
Wow.
fucking god!
The heyday of having a camera phone, and mind you, this camera phone turned my black shirts purple for whatever reason.
Holy shit!
Short
Dude.
hair, glasses. I had literally just sheared all my hair off. Yeah.
Yo, my god!
Wow.
Didn't you say you're gonna cut your hair off again? So that's what you're gonna look like? Sneak preview.
Possibly.
Bro.
We'll see what happens.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is fucking wild.
Oh.
Oh.
Stop sharing.
Whoa.
Because when he shared his, I'm like, okay, well then I guess I can't share mine. But then all of a sudden it did that. That's weird. This is what I was gonna show. Was this? This fucking like hair fucking. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
Caveman.
That's
Hold
yeah,
on.
You
that's,
got electrocuted.
yeah, that's grandparents' house, and that was my girlfriend at the time was there, and it was like a whole thing.
Both my lights went off.
So-
This-
Somebody got
Crystal
wasted.
Palace.
So this right here is. So this is 4 generations of my family right here in one picture. I was 5, I think, when this picture was taken. So that's me, the little one.
Wow.
And
Aw.
they're the other 3 generations. These
So
2
you've
are.
literally always been a fat little monster. Got it.
These 2 are sadly. Yeah, these 2 are sadly no longer here.
Jesus Christ.
Is that Brad Dorff?
Sorry to hear that.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Oh
Here's a
man.
funny one.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh my
Geek
god.
Squad.
He tried to be Charlie Cox and he failed,
Charlie Sheen tried to be Charlie Sheen right after the meltdown.
and you still failed.
I have the pack of cigarettes. I did not fail.
Nice.
You're either in Sheen's corner or you're with the trolls, bro. And I was in Sheen's corner.
Wow.
Okay, if
Well-
we're
Oh
if
no.
we're sharing,
Okay.
okay, full screen me.
Okay. 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Wow.
If I turn it down,
Whoa.
How long
let's see.
ago?
I
hey,
was like,
turn it, turn it.
light, bro.
There you
we
go.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like 10, 11.
Baby Taz.
Yeah.
Baby Taz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proof or not, Jordan have the same shirt.
Oh no. Proof. I'm ready for
This
this.
is like 2012.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my fucking.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yep.
Fever sweet.
There's only one shirt that I know me and Jordan have the same one of, and it's that Arrow shirt where like he's in the middle with the target and it's green. That's the only shirt I know we have the same one of.
Oh.
Okay, this one is just downright fucking hilarious, but hold on. Hold on.
All right, I'll look at Phil's cute picture, then I gotta leave.
Yeah. It's cute, all right.
Oh my God,
Nice.
Draven.
Aww.
Kitty.
That was my niece's hat. Yeah, that was great.
God, those
look.
phones had like fucking like wraparound handles so you can carry them everywhere. That's actually wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they did.
You're
Back in
so
our
cool.
day.
Well before your time.
Back in our day.
My phone had an antenna on it, bro. Like a full
Oh, yeah,
on.
I had it too. Yeah, my first
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
You had to
I
spin
guess-
a little dial to get the phone going.
I guess Johnny has to leave us. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
I
Johnny.
do.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate
Have
it.
fun, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Have fun, bro.
Thank you, guys. Hope you guys.
Thanks
Tell
for
him we
show
said
and
hi.
tell.
Meet up
Thank
with
you later.
man.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you for
Call me
having
later.
us.
Thanks, man.
Tell me
Always a
good night.
pleasure.
Have a good
See
night. See
ya.
you, Johnny.
Have a good
Yep,
one.
Have a
do
good
the bit
night.
on me.
Oh, we will.
Do
We
the
will.
bit. Yep.
See you, man.
Bye.
Who the fuck was that
Call
guy?
me maybe.
9 months later, Johnny walks in this room. So you have a baby brother here now.
All right.
Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on.
Kidding.
Calm
No, you're not.
down. Jesus.
That was cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Somebody's
That was
got a
shit,
bad
actually. I
echo.
don't like it. It's terrible.
That was fun.
That was okay. That was
Yeah, because that led to like a weird show and tell. All of us showing really bad pictures of ourselves.
Memory lane.
Oh, I didn't even show the bad pictures of myself, but that's okay.
Ooh.
That's
That will be
Another
revealed
time.
one. That can be
Oh,
revealed
it's
one
fine.
day.
It's not an old photo, but this is the first photo me and my wife took together when we first met in person.
Oh my god.
Aww.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
cute.
Now she
The
hates me.
origin story.
Now she hates you.
Now she hates me.
No, she hates you.
Now she hates me.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Oh my God.
It's aura. I had
No
aura
bragging,
back
no
in the day.
bragging.
Now I'm fat.
No bragging.
No, I'm fat. You fucking liar. No, I'm fat.
Here.
No fruit.
I think they'll be okay with me sharing this. Hold on.
Oh, is it
Here.
Ronan's turn?
I guess.
Okay, Ronan. Here we go.
So, god damn it. Look at this. So this is my old superhero days. Let's see if you can see it.
Oh my God,
Whoa.
dude.
Let's see.
That is amazing.
You like Zorro, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That makes
damn.
sense.
You were cool, man.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah. That's about it.
That was fun.
Baby.
Oh my God. Oh, look at the baby. It's your baby.
Wow.
Here, look. This is kind of sad because I'm like, I remember how like I felt during this time. Look at this.
Okay. Let's
Here.
see. Oh wow. Stud. Fucking
You're-
Reese,
you're-
man. Reese
you
over
look
here.
like-
You look like Jolomir Dueña right
How
there.
old were you
Fuck.
in that, Ronan?
How old were you?
I was 19.
Damn, bro.
Oh,
You were,
wow.
you were sexy, bro.
All right.
Well,
Trying to get back. Trying to get back.
Back into your prime.
Back into my prime.
Yeah.
Draven, one of these days you actually are going to be fat and you're going to regret it.
I know.
Wow.
I love, how
Already
fat
getting
to,
there.
I love how fat to him it's probably going to be like 150 pounds.
I already weigh
No, right?
150, bro.
Checkmate.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
just,
no, 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 no.
Me with my groomsmen.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Of course, I had to wear a
Whoa.
Chainsaw Reacts fucking shirt. My freaking
You were
Hit
attention,
the like button.
asshole.
Subscribe.
had to.
You did
Had
not
to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? What are you wearing in that merch? What is that?
It's a logo. It's like that's like a picture.
Who designed it?
I forget his name. but
3W?
What is it with
Oh.
you and stupid questions?
it's- Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey.
Hey, hey, remember when that one random guy came up to you while we were talking and went, "Hey, chainsaw"?
Yeah, people were
That's
just like
fucking weird.
freaking out and shit. Yeah,
You're popular.
I know. Don't remind me.
And then you had that one live stream that was like your bachelor party where what's her name got drunk.
Oh yeah. Carson's now wife Sydney got fucking drunk. He got
Oh.
hammered so
that was
bad.
funny.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
you know. Yeah, if I get access to my MySpace, I bet there's a lot of bad photos on there.
Whoa!
Same.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's my?
It's been a while since I've heard of that.
Yeah, yeah, MySpace.
Yeah, I haven't logged on to MySpace in a minute.
Yeah.
Before the dark times.
Before the empire. Hey guys, anybody on here remember LimeWire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Nope.
I got my mom's computer like 200 viruses from that. And I didn't even know this whole time. So I was like, why is this laptop taking literally 30 minutes to open the internet? What's up with that?
The fuck is LimeWire?
Oh wow, Lime.
Oh no!
I'm being
Oh,
serious,
man.
man. I don't know.
Oh no!
Yeah, we know you're being serious. That's the funny part.
Yeah, LimeWire was the golden age of not wanting to pay for shit.
Yeah.
And you could just download movies. I
Well-
mostly use music.
Oh,
That's
you
what I
could
use.
Paid for
movies on
shit,
there? I
but
didn't
just
know
not in the traditional sense. Like,
Right. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
it was like the black market for that stuff.
Like the deep web.
Yeah.
kind of, but not really, but kind of.
Yeah.
Think like Napster, but with herpes.
That's not
That's a
too far
soundbite.
off.
No, it's
That's
not.
That's not too far off.
Nice.
Oh wait, he wouldn't even know what Napster is either. Never mind.
Nope.
Damn it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Have you seen The Social Network?
Nope.
Damn.
You're missing out.
I almost said, do you know what Facebook is? But I was like, nah, he knows what it is.
He'd be like, huh?
What's Facebook? I'm just kidding.
Farmville. What?
Fucking mook.
Oh, man.
I used to
Hell,
play Farmville, bro. I like that game.
Hell, I'm probably the only one here who still has a Skype.
No,
Skype-
mine-
They're shutting. They're
down,
shutting
so-
Skype down.
I still have it on my
Dude,
computer.
I used to, you remember Uvu? That's when it was the
Uvu,
Skype rival.
yeah.
I used to have
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
You fucking liar.
Nah, I don't
Or,
know what that is.
Omegle.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Omegle, yeah, that was another one. Insider was another site I was on all the time.
That
I don't know if
tracks.
anybody remembers that. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't think they have it to where you can like check your old MySpace stuff. It's gone. So
Yeah.
I've now
Yeah.
logged in and
No.
it's gone.
They're all done. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
Oh, Taz, you said you got to leave.
Yeah. I gotta head out,
I
guys.
guess you can. I guess.
It's been fun. It's been
Thanks for having
fun.
me, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me back. It's been fun,
course.
and
Of
I'll
course, man.
see you guys next time.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Who the fuck was
Fuck
that?
that guy? Who the fuck? My wife's back on. Like, guys, stop yelling up there.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Oh, Nick will be on in about a few minutes. Okay. All right.
Who?
Nick.
Who?
NT movie reviews. He's been on before.
Oh.
Yeah. That sucks. Been that MySpace is God damn it. Because I wanted to find some old fucking shit photos. Man.
Yeah, you know, I tried looking at my.
I have a
MySpace
lot.
photos
Oh
while
my
ago.
gosh.
None of them are available at all. It's because of
Did-
the file format they used to use.
Oh, okay. So it's just gone. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're JPEGs, but they're like old form JPEG. It's weird.
Dang. Did any of you guys ever have a flip video?
Like
Oh,
I remember
handheld
hearing
thing?
about. I don't think I ever got one, but yeah, I've heard of flip video.
I had
yeah.
a lot of cringe videos on those things.
Like the
Oh.
handheld thing that you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
My sister had one. They used to film like.
Oh,
ghost
I have
videos
some
and
bad
shit.
ones. Maybe I could pull that up next time because I have some really, real stupid nonsense on those. But
I had like an old
Those are
school
the days.
Digicam. Can't remember what the brand was for the life of me, but it's one of those silver ones about that big around, had a little pocket strap, maybe like hardly any film in it at all, but you could just take a couple pictures and then maybe one full video if you were lucky.
Wow.
If I could find the old camera, I know I've got the camera on here somewhere. If I could find it, I could figure out what the brand was.
Oh yeah, I had some.
Nobody got time for that.
Oh, so
You can play your Pokemon.
I'm playing Zelda.
at work today, there was a fucking crazy story that was happening in town. So
Oh, no.
this guy at a nail salon, he was the owner. He was stabbed to death, and we're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, and my wife found out about like,
Interesting.
the actual story because the information wasn't out there. Apparently, what happened was a 30-year-old coworker. They were in like the back office or something, and he came out while the owner was still inside in the back, and he was just like, "Yeah, I cut myself that I'm getting some coffee." He went outside and was drinking his coffee. The owner came out, stabbed 8 times in the back and in the neck, and he basically like walked out and then died.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
And apparently the guy was just sitting there when the cops pulled up. He didn't resist or anything. He just, no one knows what the fuck happened. Like, what the hell, man?
No, I was trying to move.
This is why that's why I keep saying fucking lock our doors. This
You don't
is
lock your
why.
doors?
No, we do, but like this is why I reiterate this shit, because my wife grew up out in the fucking country here, and they would just leave their doors unlocked, and they still did when I moved in there for all the months until we found a job and then found a house. They just kept like leaving their doors unlocked. I'm like, this is fucking scary. I don't care we live out in the country. I don't trust this shit. This is why, man. Fucking
I was gonna
Christ.
ask you, when you first like, do you like the vibe that you're getting there now? Do you miss like your old area like more?
The only thing I miss specifically is remote working, because I was remote work until I had to leave. So I miss being at home all the times. I love being home. And the second thing is my mom. Like, that's it. Like, everything else I really just became detached of over time, because I don't really have a lot of friends there that still live there. They've either moved or we just don't talk anymore. So those are the only 2 things really. I wish I was remote working, because I feel like I would just be more comfortable. But I mean, with my job skill and the skills I'm getting being customer service at State Farm, it's going to help me in a future job down the road. So that's fine. But I miss remote work. I miss as soon as the trailer dropped, I was right on it. And I didn't fucking care if work. No, like I'm covering this trailer. I don't give a shit.
Damn, I get that, man.
No, you just moved so you could get away from me, right?
Yeah, it's too much. Can't handle it too much, man.
Couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a small town. It's fine. But like when you hear shit like that, you're like, okay, things never change, right? No matter where you go.
Right.
Something like this Asheville was fucking crazy, and now this place is fucking crazy.
No,
Jesus.
No,
So-
I had you just got me. You got me thinking of this, because you were talking about lock our doors and stuff.
Oh, here we
When
go.
when I first moved into the apartment I'm in now, I'd only been there for like about 4 or 5 months, and they have those little fobs at their doors that you have to press against it to open it. And I'm sitting there, I'm doing some work on my computer, and all of a sudden I hear this noise coming from outside. I hear Tiwa, Tiwa. I'm like, what the hell is that sound? And it keeps getting louder. I'm like, Tiwa, Tiwa. I'm like, is someone standing outside my window? What is this? So I look out, no one's there, and I walk out. I walk out of this room to go out and see what's making that sound. There, in the little entryway of my apartment, there's this Asian elderly lady standing there. She just goes, Tiwa, Tiwa live here, Tiwa. I'm like, no Tiwa here. She's like, oh, sorry. She turns around and leaves. But it scared the hell out of me, because she just walked right into my apartment like nothing. So I got my locks. So I got my locks changed the next day.
I'd be just so fucking mad if that happened to me.
I wasn't happy.
I mean, yeah,
Wait, well, though.
yeah.
When I was little, the same thing kind of happened. My stepmom was going inside my house, and this guy was hiding in our bushes, next door, and he was following my stepmom inside. And me and my little sister were like 10, and she was like 6. And my dad fucking walks up in front of him, and it was crazy. Yeah, if my dad wasn't there, then I don't even know what would happen. So
yeah, that's like you can't trust anybody. That's the thing. It's like hearing that story today. I told my coworkers, they've always know I don't like being outside. I don't like going out. Like they know I'm here for my job, but I just don't really like being here. And I'm like, this is another reason why I don't go outside. This is why fucking people are getting stabbed. Like, I'm good. I'm staying in here.
Especially in those small towns where everybody knows everyone's business. It's
that's the thing, because freaking my boss, she told me he used to be insured with us. I'm like, oh fuck.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
that just
And what the layers of the shit gets worse, because his wife had a baby a few years back, died 2 months later because she had a blood clot.
Oh
boy.
And the 3 oldest kids they had also work at that nail salon. Don't know if they were there or not when it occurred today, but fucking brutal, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
And it's sad. Really, it's just crazy. This fucking world, man. This world's it's going to shit quick. I think we pretty much know that because people are just getting fucking crazier. People are just doing stupider shit. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. Like that's why I actually feel uncomfortable at my work because I'm front desk, right? Someone could just walk in and just do something, right? And they wouldn't even know what's going on until it's too late.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm always on edge because like I had a customer came in months back screaming at me because he got this letter in the mail from corporate, and I'm thinking he's gonna fucking hit me in the face. He's gonna fucking hit me. He didn't, but he's screaming his head off. And then thankfully they heard and reacted pretty quick. But basically they were like, they were about to call the cops on him. Is he just screaming his head off? And they're like, I'm like, he's gonna hit me. This guy's gonna fucking hit me over something that I didn't do. But you never know, because that guy could have came in with a gun. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
That's why now I'm like automatically I always look over my shoulders or ahead of like the exit doors now. Like I'm helping out people with their shopping whatnot, but like I'm other coworkers, they just look down or on their phones, but I'm like once in a while I have to look up and just check because I'm so used to hearing their stories or these past few years no one's given two fucks about like manners, common courtesy, and so I'm like I am not willing to die over some simple BS shit. I'm like, I know where the doors are and I know how to kick someone and like, oh, fuck that. Like,
it'll be like that, or if I'm like walking downtown or something to where like if it's the place where I would go to get my haircut, or if like whatever the reason may be that I'm there, I'll always like pause. I'll take a little pause before I go to just round a corner. I never round a corner too quick because you never know what could be waiting on the other side of that corner. So I always just pause for a second. And people call that paranoid, but hey, it's kept me alive.
The world we're in right now, you should be paranoid because you could literally be walking down the street. Someone just like gets out of the car, starts open firing. Who knows? Yeah. You don't know what people are gonna fucking do. Like, no. We went on a walk today, and of course she's walking the dog. I'm playing Pokemon Go, whatever. I start hearing like a noise of like walking like on the sidewalk behind us, and we're walking on like trails and shit, like so like there shouldn't be too many people out and about. I start hearing this noise. I turn around, thankfully there's no one there. I think it's our echoes of her footsteps. But I'm like, I jerked around and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I thought I heard somebody behind us." Because weeks back when we first started walking, there was a guy who was like a far ways away, but he's got like black hat pulled down, hands in his pockets. He's like a jacket on, and I couldn't see his face, and he's far away back. But I'm thinking, okay, he's far away, but still, he could start speeding up if we're not paying attention, and he's gonna be behind us. So at a point, I just keep kind of watching, and eventually he veers off somewhere else. But I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. Can't see his face. And when we start to get closer, when he starts getting closer to us, it's like we're not around people, so he could do something right now. So that's why I'm like, I just jumped in panic mode. But thankfully, he stayed far enough back. But I was starting to get worried. You can't trust anybody.
And I'll emphasize as the girl, I have to say, unfortunately.
Hold on. You're not like us. Okay.
What can I say, guys?
I'm singing not like us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, but like I'm constantly, every time I have to like go walk around somewhere, I'm always constantly. And even like when I go to work, like I go out to eat for lunch once in a while. It's a busy street, like busy area. There's a lot of characters around, I guess you could say.
That's why I put it.
As soon as they like literally, like I think Monday, I was walking like with my purse, whatever, and I just this guy is just like getting closer and closer up behind me, and that's you just start sweating a little. You're like, oh gosh, and like he did end up just like passing me, I think, but you're always just like, oh god. Here we go.
That's the thing that people will say too. Is I'll see people make this comment a lot. Is that would people really do a stupid thing like that whenever it's in a full crowded street full of people? Here's the thing: crowds equal invisibility. So one random person can get lost in the middle of all that and do something without even being noticed.
That's the thing. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's not going to get any better. And like that was my thinking. Like I've thought about this too. Like before North Carolina, I'm like, I'm always like constantly worried about shit. Like, should I get a gun to protect myself? Like, should I? And I still think I might need to, but I'm always like worried about that shit. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, man, because like obviously if someone breaks in, my dog's gonna lose your fucking mind. So we're gonna know.
Right. Yeah.
We don't have anything in our bedroom to protect ourselves. Like if we could grab something, but we don't have anything. It's like, I don't, you know.
It's weird, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's weird how it's scary at points how now I'm used to hearing helicopters over my house every other night or every night, and it's like that shouldn't be a norm. And like I dread that like someday something might happen, and I'll hear these noises. I'm like, that's another day, just another night, and then something happens. Like, okay, hopefully I don't freeze. That's the one thing I hope. Like, don't freeze, just react. And I'm not a gun guy, and like I'm like you. Like I've thought about like getting a gun or like learning. This sounds so corny, archery or something that like can help something out and easily and quick without just reaching out. But then it's fucking. That's how fucked up everything is now. That you have to worry about being ahead of the game to protect yourself, other with than just having a hammer or a scissor in your house.
Hammer.
I mean, I got that stuff drilled into me as a kid, and at the time I was like, what the hell is the point of this? This is stupid. But like I got it, put into my head, how to use, a bow, how to use a firearm, how to use, a combat knife, things like that. Because of a disability, I wasn't able to enlist in military, but they still wanted to make sure that I was able to defend myself should whatever go wrong. And at the time I was like, this is pointless. What am I even doing here? Look at the world we live in today. I don't know where I'd be without that.
Yeah. Bat too. Yeah, bat. I mean, anything. Yeah.
Pepper gel.
Yeah. Bear mace.
Nunchucks.
Bear mace. Nunchucks. Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Nunchucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we see what little old Matt Murdock was doing at the end of this week's episode. So
I'm just gonna take my thumbs and drive them into people's eyes. I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
You're gonna say, "Oh, so."
He's gonna shove up and push up.
He'll only do that to people he likes.
No, true.
Has everyone here seen Daredevil Born Again episode this week? Everybody?
Yeah.
I'm not into it, but
okay, gotcha. Well, 10 out of 10. Punisher's Return, amazing.
Oh yeah,
love it.
Oh yeah,
so good.
I'm wearing this shirt for a reason.
Draven kept asking me, when does Frank show up? When does Frank show up? I'm like, dude, I don't want to tell you when he shows up. Because when he showed up and like the hour before the episode dropped, the promotion was already putting up fire. I'm like, okay, well, there you go. That's
that's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, spoilers. Like, no, the official marketing showed more and right as you open it up, it's the screenshot or it's a shot from his scene, and then when you go to like play it on the Disney app or whatever or on the computer, it shows him and Matt. So it's like, they want you to know he's in it. Like I think they were pushing it hard. That might be one of the best scenes in the entirety of Daredevil's like run of the 3 seasons in Born Again. I think that scene, because just the dialogue alone, pretty impactful.
Second viewing, dialogue was very much more layered in terms of me like accepting it, like service, victim, like all these words were just hitting harder than the first time, because I was like, oh shit, Frank, he's back. And I agree with you. Like, to me, this is, I think I still like the rooftop talk, just because it was the first time, like, wow, this is finally philosophical talks where like, no, the end of the world is not, falling apart. It's just two guys saying, I don't agree with what you do. Like, why? Because you're a pussy, or no, you're a psychopath and whatnot. And this one, it had that flavor, and yet it was almost like a fucked up therapy session for Matt Murdock. If you think about it, like Frank giving him counsel in the most, bless you, in the most like dark way possible. And just like, I'm happy that from what John had said, that he had turned down the initial version of Frank coming back, but this version, I'm happy that he got to like put some layers into it.
100%. Yeah, I just loved it. So good.
Yeah. And
it was cool to see Muse come out.
Oh yeah, Muse.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Like episodes prior, we met him. Like had like telling the therapist like, I need help. Like, I know that's him, but I kind of wish in this episode with seeing him in the mask, I wish we just got a little bit more of him in the official introduction of him. I know it's a tease, it's setting up the next episode. I understand, but like, I just kind of wish we had a little bit more to go off of, because it just felt like, oh, by the way, after a couple of seconds of black screen, here he is draining blood out of a guy. I'm like, give me something else. Like say like a line or something more to indicate why do I need to care about this character moving forward. Like, I don't know, but I mean, I'm still going to continue. I'm just like, I think they could have done a little bit more with it. But then again, it's like, hey, they stuck the landing in terms of that Frank scene, and that was that went pretty long. I was expecting it to be shorter, so I think that just sets up for future. Like, that's pretty much setting up the entire rest of the season. I think that whole conversation about Foggy specifically, I think that's like leading him to go further with the White Tiger stuff and basically that's why he was on the rooftop training again, basically going through the motions again. Cause he's about to put that suit back on again.
Yeah. And that opening with Hector's niece.
Yeah,
that was very beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
that's setting up the second White Tiger,
right?
For
And
sure.
like that's the thing, because like in the comics, Ava is the more prominent of the White Tigers, but they're still paying. They're still giving Hector his due, and I appreciate that a lot. The stuff surrounding Hector for me was the best part of that episode, and I gotta say, you could tell they did have to put a double in the suit for obvious reasons at points, but I gotta say the suit itself looked fucking incredible from a visual design perspective.
Yeah.
I love the way it looked.
I'm seeing Matt hold it like as he was talking to his niece. If you look at it, like he got the package and it's just like that symbolism of like he's wearing another vigilante suit and he's trying his best to not lean into like coming back, but he knows he's got to come back. He's got to come back.
Wait, is it 5 and 6 next week, or is it just 5?
I've been hearing that, and I'm a little worried.
I
hope it's
two of them. I think
it is 5 and 6. Yes.
Okay.
Sick.
Not
Double
sick.
time.
Dang it. I mean, I'm excited, but like, God, there must be a reason, because 1 and 2 came out, and I get certain points of why 1 and 2 came out at the same time, but I really hope 5 and 6, like, it makes sense.
it might be like a 2-parter or something.
Maybe
5 is one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Tune in Tuesday.
Tune in Tuesday.
Hey, Ronan, does Frank show up in it? Does Frank show up in it? Does Frank show up in it?
Ronan, can you confirm that Matt Murdock is in it?
Oh shit!
Is someone born again in it?
I can't confirm that. Yes.
Does Kingpin go to counseling again, or therapy? I'm sorry. Does he go to therapy again?
I don't remember that.
That was I gotta say that was kind of pointless. I feel like they just did that to connect together the cast. It's like, hey, look,
that's
therapist is
it.
his new girlfriend. It's like, okay, all you did is to put these characters in the same room. That's it.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a twist to be like, oh my god, she's a therapist for them. It's like, yeah,
it's like
whatever.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, also, I was gonna say that I think are they setting up Daniel basically to be like trying to be like Wilson's like sort of like he wants to make him like him basically. They also got an actor that looks like he could be like a younger version, of him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see that because basically, like, so you saw how he was going to kill him. And then he went from, nah, man, I ain't going to fire you, but if you do anything like that again, I'm going to fucking murder you.
Yeah, the old Fisk would have just put him through a door and just like.
Yeah, I was waiting for like, dude, he's going to throw him through a fucking door.
What's fascinating, because if I'm not mistaken, in the comics, Fisk has Vanessa and he has a son. Unless I'm wrong, and so it's like he might be seeing Daniel as like the surrogate son for him.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that makes
the thing
sense.
too. Like, because I'm also thinking like, could he? I mean, I know, like, they're not going to say this, but like, is he Fisk's son that he doesn't know about?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait, maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
It sounds cool.
Because what was his name again?
Danielson.
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 I know in comic lore it's Richard Fisk is his son, right?
Yeah.
I believe
yes,
so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you asleep, boy?
No.
Okay.
Boy.
He knew it was him.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean,
Daniel Blake.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm wondering why Fisk didn't kill him or didn't like fire him or anything.
He's trying to do like he's trying to going about this a different way than he used to, sort of.
Well,
But obviously not because he has what's his name captive. But I don't know.
Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Well, also too, I think with her staying behind, it's like, what do you have to say to him? You can say to me because I brought him on. I think that changed his he's like, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh yeah, the most uncomfortable scene of all time is that choir scene with Kingpin.
I heard for that scene they were really good at singing, so they had to do a second take where they were doing it like not great or something like that.
Yeah, so that means Vincent D'Onofrio had to pretend it was bad if it was actually good. But
Yeah.
he was like, he was standing up. Oh my god, it was so amazing.
That just shows you how good of an actor he is.
Oh yeah.
And then he had to go to that other event where they're singing that same song in their own language, but it sounds better. But he's just like, fucking shit.
Wait, was that
he hates this? Yeah.
Was the what was that called that the Day mentioned? Heritage. What was it?
I forget.
Heritage.
Oh shoot.
I forget.
Because I might be mistaken, but I thought it was a reference to Latveria, but I couldn't remember.
Latvia. So that's the name of the country, which is a real country.
Latvia, it's close.
Oh, okay.
But
So
it's
I was
not
like,
Latveria,
I was
no.
like, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah. That's not them.
They
trying
name
to,
drop
play
a. They name drop a scroll.
They
did say scroll.
Yeah, what the hell, scroll?
I love Matt's response of just like, nope.
No.
Yeah. Nope.
He's probably because I'm pretty sure in the line of work he's probably heard that a lot. It was a scroll. No.
He's like, I've dealt with enough green people in my career.
That was a good scene. That was a good scene of the guy saying they wanted to pay more to put me in jail than to feed me, and I'm like, I know I've seen that that experience firsthand with folks, and I'm like it still didn't help that you were a dick to him, be like, oh, blind lawyer, and do your job and shit. And I'm like, come on, man.
It tells you a little bit.
Yeah,
about
he was really
our
honing in on him
justice.
being blind.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Freaking my time to shine hello on freaking Twitter. The freaking scooper.
Oh, no.
Spider-Man 4 will have a female main villain. It's not Sadie
Sadie
Sink. They already have someone cast. Announcement imminent.
Y'all believe that when pigs fly and Donald Trump gets shot? What?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, the daughter of.
I mean, there's only one that I can even.
What
think
female
of.
villain would it be though?
As the only one that's even somewhat prominent is Silver Sable, but she couldn't hold her own villain role in a movie.
Or Black Cat, but even then, it's...
Yeah, I mean, even
That's
then,
not- she's like an
not
anti-hero.
really a villain.
Oh, they're gonna freaking put Silver Sable and Black Cat. That idea the movie had for Sony.
Yeah,
For Sony?
It was like Black and Silver, whatever it was.
No!
Silver. Oh,
Silver and
Madam
Black.
Web. That's the villain.
Madam Web.
Boom.
Let's go.
Hey, I mean, it killed a whole movie. Never mind.
Let's go.
I think she could be a damn it, not Julian Carter.
Screwball.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just kidding.
No,
not Cindy Moon. No.
Screwball.
Jessica Drew or Spider Woman?
Yes, I think that's possible.
Sadie Sink though.
Another fun theory is she might be a Mayday Parker from another universe.
Ooh.
Well, if
Maybe.
the rumor is true about,
I saw that on
multiverse-
Threads for the record because fuck
Spider-Girl?
Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, I think the rumor it being a multiverse film, obviously, I think it's set in between 5 and 6 of Avengers.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense a multiverse movie because
It would
at
have
this
to be.
point you could do Grounded later on, but if we're smacking this between 2 Avengers films, I think you got to go
Yeah.
multiversal. I think.
With the assumption that 5 or that Doomsday ends on Battleworld, that fits Spider-Man would have to be, somewhere in the middle of all that. It couldn't be its own
Yeah,
separate thing.
and maybe he's traveling through the multiverse and he's running into different versions of Spider-Man or something, or he's trying to find Toby and Andrew, who knows? And he runs into Sadie Sink, whoever she's playing, or they run into other people, and then I don't know, who knows, right? We know.
What if they, had? This is maybe just like a small tinfoil hat theory. If they had Holland in there and he's playing another, quote unquote Spider-Man, and they do the whole, Ben Reilly clone angle.
I'll do you one better. What if it's Battle World, and then where Spider-Man ends up on Battle World is Spider Island, and it's a bunch of spider people?
Maybe.
That is ambitious. I'll give him that. That's ambitious.
I mean, listen, what did they do with No Way Home? They did the unthinkable. They brought in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
What is the next logical step after that? Stick all three of them in a movie entirely together. And how do you navigate that? On Spider Island.
Ooh,
I mean, and that'd be a way to really emphasize on having more screen time with all three of them together.
Yep.
And the first act is getting them all together, or we start off the film soon, like, or maybe Doomsday ends with them all like he sees Andrew and Toby, and boom, that's setting up Spider-Man 4.
Then they all get the black suit. That'd be sick to see.
Spider Ham.
It's still
let's go.
It's still crazy the fact that they took one of the worst Spider-Man comics ever made and made one of the best Spider-Man films out of it, because a lot of No Way Home was based around this book called One More Day, which is probably still the worst Spider-Man book that's ever been made. Because it's the whole thing of like him giving up a part of himself to save people, but in that instance in the book, it's him and Mary Jane giving up their marriage to save Aunt May, who's already in her 90s on her deathbed anyway. So they just regress the character back. So their whole marriage and love connection was gone. His identity was secret again, but it didn't. Unlike the movie, it didn't progress his character. It just brought him all the way back.
Yeah, they just need a reboot. They just did a reboot, basically.
Yeah,
I remember always hearing the rumor or fan casting of Daisy Ridley as Spider-Woman. I like that choice.
Yeah,
as Jessica or the other one?
Jessica.
Okay, because the other one is Julia Carpenter, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Jessica Drew. You're correct.
There you go.
Yeah, because there's that one issue in Secret Wars. I think it's issue 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. Where isn't that where Julia Carpenter's Spider-Woman gets brought in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the original Secret Wars run. Because I have that issue over there. I just can't remember which one it is.
It would be punk rock, because the Russo have done it before, where they bring in like panels of a lot of those runs they use for the films and put it in a shot. Like, and we do the exterior shot of like Spider-Man in the black suit right in the foreground. I'm like, that'd be cool. I'm like,
yeah,
look at that. They did the comic cover. I'm like, that'd be nice.
Yeah. If they did like like the black version of the Amazing Fantasy cover.
But it's weird because again, this film comes out next year.
Yeah.
And like and then
Spider-Man.
If I'm not mistaken, the following year is Secret Wars, and it's just like
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man is in summer
Just so close
26.
together.
There's only
That's
2 Marvel
wild.
movies coming out next year: Doomsday and Spider-Man.
Yep, that's it. Well,
Okay,
that we know of right now, at least.
They were definitely going to be hearing some fucking more shit from Spider-Man 4, because like they're going to start shooting that soon, I would assume.
Dude,
right?
they're going to start shooting Doomsday next month.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't be shocked if they have a little presence at CinemaCon. Yeah.
Also, don't be shocked if Secret Wars moves from its 2027 date.
That's very likely. That's very likely.
Yeah,
I would
I
assume
think so.
2028 at this point.
Yep.
Just moving
That
here.
sounds right.
They shouldn't rush it.
Because they're not shooting these movies back to back like they allegedly shot Infinity
Well,
War and
I
Endgame.
think they
because
said
didn't-
they said it was close, but they're not like, it's not all in one go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
And they're mostly shooting in sound stages because they said they specifically chose the locations to avoid paparazzis and stuff like that.
And apparently they also have cards of every known actor who is currently still alive in universe. That way they can keep track of who they can and cannot use. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be a player in that, so we know he's in the movie. Outside of the Fantastic Four, everyone else is open season.
Yeah. And they've said that his like Iron Man's death is gonna play a part of like RDJ's version of Doom's character.
Yeah,
That's
because
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
It does
because
not
we
surprise
know
me.
all these heroes know Tony Stark, so when they see a fucking Doctor Doom who is a Tony, like whatever they're doing, so
and presumably Reed knows a version of Victor, so this will probably throw him for a loop too.
yeah, so
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying it for a while. Like they brought the Fantastic Forecast out on stage for San Diego Comic-Con, and then they ended that whole panel with his casting. There's no way he's not in that movie. I promise you, Victor Von Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr., will be in Fantastic Four, because you just don't end that panel the way you did and have him not be in that movie. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
You'd be foolish not to have him in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have a big role, but I think he has to have a presence in it.
Oh, he'll be sprinkled in throughout. Trust that. Like it's like Batman and the Joker. You don't do Fantastic Four without doing Doctor Doom.
Or at the very least, mentioning him. Be like, to know his presence is around.
Yeah, I think CinemaCon, Beyond the Spider-Verse, I mean, come on. Please.
2029.
Yeah.
2034.
I mean, people want to act like that, like there's been this whole, big crazy gap. It's like, oh, the next movie's so far away. There was a 5-year gap in between movie 1 and 2. So
people
being like
it's only because Sony announced like they were going to be on the Spider-Verse so close after the second one. That's the bigger issue because Sony was like,
yeah, that screwed them.
Part 1, Part 2, and it is like I remember,
yeah. Well, it's kind of frustrating too because we're at this point now, like where we're getting shit like TV shows of seasons of shows and streaming that is like 2 or 3 years after the first season, or like you have to wait for and that's why like when I saw going back to the whole School Spirits, Katie, it's next year season 3. We don't have to wait.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And that's the thing. That's a good thing that we're getting. And they announced Percy Jackson season 3 before season 2 is even done shooting. It's like they're already prepared, and I bet they're gonna start shooting season 3 probably later this year just to get it done.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, I have to say I miss the days of my garbage CW shows going from September all the way up to May. Then you get the next one.
Yep.
Man, and you get like 22 episodes. Like I miss it. I miss my filler.
Good, but it was consistent.
Yeah.
I miss my filler ups. What can I say?
Star and director of Ruby, Jacob. What's up, man?
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah. I watched Ruby again, by the way, Jacob.
Again.
I watched it again, and once again I had to stand up and go boo when you showed up.
Dang it.
Yeah, man. I had to boo you.
At least I scared your wife though.
Yeah, you know. I mean, it is scary. It is a scary film.
Proud of yourself?
Yeah. I think Jacob is proud of himself. Yeah, he is. Yeah, man. What's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much, movies after movies.
There's a lot coming out. Yeah,
it's really a lot, and I am not excited. Okay, I'm not like not excited to watch Snow White, but I'm not excited to post a review because no matter what I'm gonna say, people are gonna be like, "You're stupid." I'm like, "You're stupid."
Yeah, they're gonna like, "You're stupid."
Well, they probably still went and saw the movie, so they can't really judge you.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, hey, you gave me a view. You gave me 20 cents, bitch. Fuck off.
Can you say it just like that, dude?
20 cents is 20 cents.
Yeah, man. 20 cents is 20 cents.
Did y'all like kill Draven? What the fuck?
He's dead. He's been dead, man.
Too much bread.
I unfortunately think I'm gonna pull a Draven too because I gotta get up real early. I gotta eat some cookies or something. So this is very cringe of me since you just came on. So this is embarrassing. But I am gonna leave.
Yeah, she can't handle this. Too many people. That's okay.
I'm very ugly. I understand.
Oh my god.
Thanks for being here, Katie. Appreciate it.
Hey, as I see you.
Have a good night, Katie. Bye.
Who am I? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was that?
Who the fuck? I don't know. Yeah. He's back on the show. Nick's here. Welcome back, sir.
How we doing, y'all?
What's up, man? Hanging out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yo.
Done a long day of work and a little work on the website on the back end and a little cap off a little March Madness, and so
March Madness. There you go.
Yes. Yeah, we got my dad went to UT, so had to root him on. Of course, it ended in typical March Madness fashion. So
I was about to say.
Good all together, though.
Gotcha. He was commenting earlier, Madam Web. What's up, Tyler?
Hello, how's it going?
Hey,
I figured I'd stop in for a little bit at least.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you, Tyler.
Yeah, I agree. I think I want Spider-Ham in my Spider-Man 4. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the different variants, I mean, there's just so many of them now.
Give me
Peter Porker. Yeah, literally.
Tyler, I got a question.
Okay.
Are you going to Texas Frightmare by any chance?
Texas Frightmare? No. I mean, I've always heard good things about it. I actually, It's funny you mention that because the last couple of years I've gone to Texas for a convention, and then they just basically announced recently that they're not doing it this year. So
yeah,
usually I go to Texas every year around.
Make it the replacement.
When is it?
May 23rd weekend.
Oh, that's pretty soon.
Yeah, that's all right for you.
Who's going to be at it?
The headline's Bruce Campbell.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
Melissa Barrera, Terrifier cast.
Oh wow. I'm meeting most of the Terrifier cast in May here in at Monster Mania.
Oh, cool.
Monster Mania.
Oh,
yeah.
Dead Meat's gonna be there. I'm fucking stoked.
Oh, I love Dead Meat.
Exactly.
Hey, Jacob, this Bruce?
They can't see the photo, man.
God damn it.
that was a fail. That was a complete fail. Yeah, that Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell, who randomly appeared at the end of Invincible, and I didn't recognize it till like afterwards.
It's Damien Darkblood. Yeah. I mean the Fallen, whatever his name is. Yeah.
It was the other guy.
I just heard about that and I was like, wow, I haven't
Wait
seen
a minute.
like...
Bruce Campbell voices someone in Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
I think most of Hollywood voices somebody.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
I was just gonna say he probably did that as a favor. He didn't need that paycheck.
Yeah, it's like
Bruce
so
Campbell
crazy.
from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, star of Doctor.
The Usher from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite cameos from him, is being the Usher in that Spider-Man 2.
He would have been Mysterio in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been cool to have a payoff for that.
I thought he was going to appear as Mysterio in Multiverse of Madness. I thought there was a rumor about that, and I was hoping
That would
that
have
was
been
gonna
funny.
be it.
Well, another rumor apparently was that his version of Ash was going to show up, like Doctor Strange was going to end up in the universe of Evil Dead, and he was going to see his version of Ash. They weren't going to say it was Ash, but they were going to heavily imply that it was him.
That would have been
right. And you know, like,
that would have been funny as hell.
It would have been like a rights issue thing.
Well, since that happened, they paid it off with the whole, like hand punching him joke, which almost 90% of the people watching the movie don't get. But
I hate stupid end gags like that in Marvel movies. That was the one time I went, okay, I'll accept it, just because of him.
For Sam Raimi.
Only time I ever accepted it.
It's over.
It's over.
Well, it's funny because if people don't know that sort of gag, so that one and then Deadpool and Wolverine were the two times that I accepted the gags like that.
Okay, I'll give you that one too. It really is only funny because it's a Sam Raimi movie, and B, it's Sam Raimi using Bruce Campbell. And
yes,
literally that's literally the only reason why I'm just like, okay, this was clever. Every other one, I'm just like, that was kind of stupid.
And Phil, I'm glad I don't have to argue with you about it being a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah, well, I'm a pretty open-minded Snyder fan, so there's that.
Sleepy boys over here. Sleepy boy.
Ooh,
Sleepy boy.
Turn that spotlight off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he literally is asleep.
He is.
He might have some spooky lighting in there.
The red lighting.
Ooh.
Right.
That's what does it.
Like the Insidious is about to come and get him.
No, he's in the Upside Down in Stranger Things. Ooh.
He's in the further.
Can we make this his thumbnail now? How about that? Instead of big smile.
That's fine.
And have Daddy D Money whistle.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Minecraft. Here's my thumbnail.
No, Jordan, this is what's gonna happen.
I can't wait to watch No Way.
Okay, what are y'all? What's the read on the Minecraft movie? Because I finally watched.
Well, if you ask Daddy D Money Swizzle, it's 10 out of 10.
No, Jordan, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna look in the
I
Discord,
can't see it being
and then
good.
we're gonna get a message at 2:30 in the morning says, "Guys, I just woke up on the floor."
Yeah, the last time Drayden fell asleep on the stream, it was after we were done. He messed at 2:30 in the morning. He was on the floor. He was sleeping, so he fell out of his chair at some point after we were done with the show.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Didn't wake up.
Yeah, but Minecraft, I mean, at this point, I have no faith in it. I'm probably gonna go watch it, but I have no faith.
It'll be funny.
Out of curiosity, I would watch it, but I just. I don't see a world where it's good. After watching the trailer on a base premise, I'm just wow.
I love Jack Black, but I just look at that and I go, "Why the fuck are you here?"
He's Jack Black.
He's everywhere
It's not
now.
just a Ryan Reynolds thing. There are people who just
there's
play
some sort of
Jack
thing
Black playing the same role in every movie. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's just this is not a fit for Minecraft. Jack Black would never cross my mind once ever. As a
Damn it, Jordan, stop playing it.
No, I didn't play that. That wasn't me.
Oh,
I think it'll be a messy movie, but it's gonna make a lot of money. So
apparently
they're making a lot of money.
I don't know what this is, but apparently Jack Black has an original song for the live action Minecraft movie.
I heard. I saw the track title, but I didn't listen to it.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but let's just see a few seconds.
In the stew.
It's gonna sound like Tenacious D.
Notice how another Tenacious D member's not there.
I was stuck like a stone down in the nether till you came along.
Okay, I'm sorry. No.
It's like Super Mario Brothers all over again.
Dude, I was literally about to say,
look at their faces. She's like,
you know, it was so unnecessary in Super Mario, other than Chris Pratt. Would have been Jack Black.
I love Jack Black.
They love the Jack Black song. They love the Bowser song. And I'm like, there's a good movie in there, but the cast, like the voice acting, takes away from it sometimes.
Not just the song, but I think Jack Black was honestly the best part of that movie, song aside.
This came out an hour ago from holy shit. It's from Variety.
Okay.
Apparently, Jack Black was initially meant to play a talking pig in the Minecraft movie, but was switched to Steve late in development.
Oh my!
That's pretty interesting to go from like side character to lead.
Originally,
yeah, who was
Steve
Steve?
Carell? He was going to be playing Steve at one point.
Yeah, it says here, this is not my Steve or your Steve. This is Jack Black Steve.
No,
this is literally him interpreting his character and what it meant to him. What do you mean? What it means to him?
I told this to Chainsaw and Ronan. I think I told it to. I don't think I've said it to the rest, but I was just thinking this because we're talking about Minecraft. The day that I went and saw the re-releases of the older Batman movies that they had in theaters, there was a trailer for the Minecraft movie behind those, and they're playing the trailer. There's a row of kids in front of me. As soon as Jack Black's line comes up and goes, "I am Steve." The kid sitting right in front of me looks up, goes, "That's not Steve." And I'm like, "See, look, even 10-year-olds know."
This is from Jason Momoa and Jack Black did an interview today with Jake Hamilton, and this
I saw that photo.
I don't know what the fuck is happening here.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, I used to watch Jake Hamilton interviews like end of high school. I for the first 2 years of college, I went to where he went down in Houston. Like, it tweeted back and forth about things because for the longest time before he was on like Chicago news and doing the freaking junket deals, I mean, he was still doing junkets, but I was like, he would bring in really interesting questions. He would always have something that like stumped people, or like, these guys hear the same question 50 times, 50 different ways. And at least his brought something unique. It started a conversation that's like, cool, celebrity tears the wall down a little. You know, they are a little more human. Here's something you like. It's genuinely a good question.
Yeah.
I just like the star. You know, not a star fucker or anything like that. Pardon my French.
Has anyone
but
seen
like
that
Anne
show?
Hathaway and Anne Hathaway and Jessica Chastain had like posted some photo doing some makeup mask, like, you know, some mask or whatever. And the first comment I see under it, the only comment I see is like Jake Hamilton. It's like, oh, love you guys, you crazy guys, love you or whatever. And I was like, you know.
He said Starfucker, and I thought of that 15-minute short film on YouTube with the same name. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but that is a short film that does exist.
That's on the restricted section, right? I gotta log into my YouTube 18 plus.
Yeah.
The first time I saw,
you could find that in YouTube Kids.
the first time I saw Jake Hamilton stuff was when he interviewed Hugh Jackman for the Wolverine, and he got Hugh to say like, I feel like we dropped the ball for Origins, and how Darren Aronofsky was gonna do the Wolverine at one point, which I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, really? But
interesting.
Yeah, him and the Cinnamon Blend podcast, they no longer do it. They recently like closed it down, but like that crew was always, I was always interested to see their interviews because it wasn't going to be the same 1, 2, 3 questions and whatnot. And I feel bad for this movie because anytime they're going to interview Jason, it's going to be about what about Lobo? What about Lobo? What about Lobo?
We've already heard about that too. Yeah,
that's what has me excited about Jurassic World Rebirth, because all Mahershala is going to be hearing about is Blade questions.
Well, I mean, everybody's had Blade questions for 5 years now.
Well, that's what I mean. There's going to be years worth of people asking about Blade.
There's only one Blade.
Yeah, how do you feel Wesley saying that Devil Wolverine?
During the press tour with Kevin Foggy saying, hey, we're working on the script, we're working on it. Deadpool and Wolverine comes out, there's only one Blade. Which I guess they didn't want to mention Sticky Fingers.
No. Thanks for being here, Ian, man. You got to head out. We appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah, me and my friends are gonna watch the Final Destination movie. So.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
That's a valid excuse.
Yep. Have fun, man. Have a good night. Thanks
Take
for
care
being
again.
here.
Appreciate it. Thank
See
you.
Man. See you again. Bye.
Look at that Skyfall poster.
Bye. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. See you, man. Bye. Who the fuck was that guy? All right.
Who the fuck was that?
Dude.
Who the fuck?
I just
love
realized.
that Draven
I
is
was
just like passed out in the middle.
Yeah. Now, the Brady
the
Bunch,
perfect
he's
square
completely
for him.
just like done.
Dude, I was in the room when they brought out Mahershala with the Blade hat back in 2019. That was 6 years ago.
Isn't it crazy how you and him have both done the same amount of Marvel projects on screen in that amount of time?
Oh yeah, because he had that cameo, that voice cameo in Eternals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like ridiculous, right?
I mean, I think a lot of people didn't even know it was him until after the movie came out.
Right, yeah.
So they're just like, who the heck is this guy off
I
screen?
just found out about
I'm
that.
super late to the party on it, but I finally watched Captain America the other day, Brave New World. And
What'd you think?
I watched like 6 movies in the weekend. I watched Eternal State, whatever, Electric State. It's already out of my
Eternal
memory.
State.
I'm like, bro, you know what?
I thought you meant Eternal Sunshine. I was like, that's
It's
a very
already
different
done.
movie
It's-
than Captain America.
Yeah. Ooh.
Already gone.
That's
Wasn't
the
as
movie.
horrible as people are saying, but the Russos underdelivered again, truthfully. And it's just Star-Lord doing Star-Lord things for the most part. This is what it felt like. So it was
$320
fine.
million.
Good product placement, waste of money, you know. But Black Bag, which was interesting, brief. You know, I saw someone say it's like the perfect B movie. And it's like, yeah, you know, it does everything pretty well and it's enjoyable and doesn't overstay its welcome. And yeah, did I want more? Sure, but that's fine. Opus was not what I was expecting at all.
I heard
Kinda
bad
like-
things about it.
I went and saw it. It was something.
It was just like, what are we setting up? Okay, there's something interesting here. We're gonna like, who is it? Nelly or no, not Nelly.
Nelly.
No, The Dream. The Dream and someone else produced the soundtrack for it. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be
The
like
Dream
a musical-ish kind of movie
in 2025.
or something.
Yeah, you get to watch
God.
John. You get to watch John Malkovich dance and sing.
And
Who
like
does?
air
That's
hump
what I
and like
wanted.
dry hump and like Malkovich goes
Dry
all
humping.
in. Yeah,
Whoa.
so it just kind of
Sexy.
disjointed. I don't know. I
This
watched
being John
Companion.
Malkovich Volume 2.
Companion was interesting enough. I didn't expect Huey to be a douchebag, but that
Companions good.
was exciting.
Never seen Scream.
And-
Yeah, it's becoming like his archetype of a role, pretty much.
Literally.
Yeah.
He's
Novocaine-
the most charming
Novocaine
charming
actually-
guy until he kills you.
Yeah,
Novocaine
Companion
I
is-
enjoyed. I enjoyed
Yeah,
I
Novocaine,
don't know if I
a
watched
fair
Novocaine,
amount.
but Companion
Some very
is
creative
one of
kills
my movies of the year.
going on there.
Yeah,
And
I
not
love
like
Companion.
the, you know, rather than, yeah, he just kicks ass because he's a covert op, whatever. It's like, yeah, he's kind of a dopey guy and he's resourceful, even if he's getting his ass. I thought they played well with the premise. But Captain America was better than all of those movies. And that was what surprised me
Oh.
the most.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying that like Brave New World is necessarily 5 out of 5 or anything like that, but I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. I was surprised by some of the visual effects. I thought some of it was pretty good. There's a couple iffy moments, but Harrison Ford was better than I thought he was going to be.
He's the best character in the movie.
I just, you know, there was an era about it that was still espionage-ish, spy-related, that was exciting, politically intriguing. I don't know. I was like, all right, it had a little bit of emotional depth there too. I was like that. I don't know. I sat there and I was like, I don't know what people were bitching about. Truthfully, I was like,
Man, how much did Disney pay you?
I know, right?
Yeah, how much
I
is
was
that
gonna
check,
say-
man?
I was gonna say,
I
your
don't know, man.
quality
I
must
mean,
be
isn't that,
really
isn't
low.
that the MO these days that if you say anything nice about anything Disney related, you're a shill?
hey, you know,
I
they used
haven't
to
got
call
my
me old
checks.
4-star forever. So
Yeah.
I wear that badge.
You have a lot of envelopes waiting in the mail.
I hope they send me the check before I see Snow White tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit.
They delayed my Eternals check for the longest. I'm like, I don't know
Hey.
what the fuck, man.
They would owe me on Eternals. I
Yeah.
would have gone to bat for that film.
I
Yeah.
It was just, you know, Zack Snyder. Zack
Who knows
Snyder's
if we'll ever
Marvel
see
is
anybody
just
from
a
Eternals
silly-
ever again. But
Which is sad because I was willing to go down that route with that movie. I'm like, all right, it's gods now. It's cosmic gods. I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
go with it.
I thought I was like, I was so surprised. It's like the only one that I didn't see in the theaters, unfortunately. But watching it at home with the IMAX blow ups with the
Yep.
Celestials, I was like, Shit rules.
And it's funny though because you mentioned Eternals because they finally addressed the giant celestial in the ocean in Brave New World.
And of course, it's adamantium.
That's everything people wanted to complain about. Like they haven't addressed it. It's like okay.
Right, and then I even saw people complaining when they did. And the funny
Well, you
thing
can't win anyone
is
over.
People
You know what my problem
complain,
is?
they would go, "Oh, don't
You know-
reference Eternals." And these are the same people that hated Dark World back in the day, but then loved it whenever that got brought back up in Endgame. So it's like, okay, you can't pick and choose with this stuff. Make up your mind.
No, Jake. Here's the thing. They can because fan entitlement is at an all-time fucking high. We are past the point of people actually using logistic thought when it comes to critically thinking about a fucking movie, especially one when it pertains to a fucking superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, fans are all too entitled, more so than they have ever been. I mean, for crying out loud, people are having hisfits online at the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom. We have film literacy is at an all-time fucking low. People
How
are
would you
fucking
feel if
stupid.
Colin Farrell became Sergeant Rock?
I don't have a problem with that because actors act, and that's what he's being paid to do.
I don't have a problem with him playing the role. I'm just more curious why a Sergeant Rock movie. But if it's low budget, I guess go for it.
I think it puts a shadow over Matt Reeves' universe. First the Clayface story drops.
I don't think so because that Sergeant Rock. I mean, regardless of the quality of that movie, if he is playing the role, it's not going to be on the level of a Batman sequel where he's going to play Penguin again, right? So it regardless, it's actually benefiting DC. Guy who plays Penguin, he's playing a role for us in DC. It's like,
Then people, is this the same universe though?
That's the
How
thing.
can you do that?
I'm intrigued in multiple folds because, Sergeant Rock, a World War II movie, DC, Colin Farrell.
Low budget.
The budget will probably not be that crazy, but also Luca Guadagnino is the director, which is like a very unconventional choice for like a World War II DC movie.
Falling in love with in this movie.
Yeah, right. I'm assuming he's going to branch out a
robot
bit
fall
from his
for?
usual bubble of movies because when you watch like most of his filmography, Call Me by Your Name, Bones and All, Challengers, you don't think like, oh yeah, give that guy a World War II movie.
Call me by my rank.
That's set in DC.
Call me by my rank, bro. Sergeant Rock.
Call me by my rank.
Give us your log line.
At first, hearing that, I was like, huh? But then I was like, wait a minute. I could barely see Colin because he loses himself as Oswald. I'm like, go for it.
Yeah,
let's see what you got.
Yeah, because at first, whenever I saw the way he looked in, like just as the Penguin in that universe, I was like, why not just cast someone who looks like that then? But then when you see the way that he actually just absorbs himself into the character, it's like, okay, and you get a one-of-a-kind performance like this, and no one else can do it like that.
Yeah, because actors act, and that's what they fucking do. That's the again, it goes back to fan entitlement. People, no offense to either one of you guys, but who asked for a Sergeant Rock movie? Who the fuck cares who asked for it or not? The bottom line is like James Gunn was like, okay, look, we've had years of Batman, we've had years of Superman, even though more so Batman than Superman, but even still, we've had Wonder Woman movie, we've had an Aquaman movie, we've even had a fucking Flash movie. No one really likes to talk about it. It's time for Green Lantern to get a TV show again because Green Lantern's been out of the spotlight for about 15 years.
Yeah.
Why are we doing Sergeant Rock? Why are we doing Clayface? Because they are not going to cost that much to produce. They are literally banking on the thing that Walter Hamada tried to fucking do and failed miserably. There is more to DC than just Batman and Superman, and people, again, not you guys, but general audiences kind of need to come to that understanding. Why the fuck do you think Marvel Studios did as well as it did? Because they banked on characters like Iron Man, like Thor, like Captain America, who were not in prominent purview in the same way that Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the Incredible Hulk were. Now, Iron Man is an A-list character. Thor is an A-list character. Captain America is an A-list character. And I'm not at all saying that fucking Clayface is going to be an A-list character, even though in a sense he is an A-list Batman villain, more or less. Or
I think
even
he's
like
pretty
Sergeant
high up
Rock. He is,
Mhm.
absolutely. But when it comes to these characters and being adapted and being interpreted, they haven't been done before, especially something like Sergeant Rock. You can do a fucking World War II movie and have it cost less than $100 million and still bank on it because people like that kind of movie. People like going to see war movies. And especially if you throw in a fucking robot that kills Nazis, that's perfectly pristine for the time we are in right now.
Right.
He absolutely will be in that movie if it gets made. 100%. My point is fan entitlement. The fans, the fucking 5% of people who pay for the fucking tickets overall, as opposed to general audiences, all they do is sit here and doing what we do now, Whereas we only take a couple hours out of a week to do about it. This is what they're doing every fucking day. Wah! James Gunn! Wah! Kevin Feige! Oh, boo, hiss! This makes me so mad! Why is Robert Downey Jr. playing a fucking Latvian evil villain? Wah! Why is Colin Farrell being Sergeant Rock? This doesn't make any fucking sense! DC needs to make a Wonder Woman movie! Shut the fuck up. Just shut the entire fuck up, go outside, touch some fucking grass. That's my problem. A lot of fans online spend way too much time bitching, fucking crying, whining, sitting in a metaphorical diaper in their piss and shit, and just not doing a goddamn thing about it, bro. I'm fucking over it. And look, I just left a fucking Discord because people are fucking up in arms. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. has no business playing Dr. Doom. He's not even Romani. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's a fictional character. Oh, what? So you're for erasing Romani culture? I'm like, that's not what this is happening right now. Are you fucking stupid? Oh my god. I'm just over it. I'm so over people just being entitled fucking bitches about it. Because if you're going to sit here and tell me that that kind of thing is erasing Romani culture, I'm just going to look at Daredevil 2003 and be like, well, why the fuck was Michael Clark Duncan Kingpin then? Or I'm going to look at something like, I don't know. I could think of a million fucking examples. Another example. Why the fuck was Ezra Miller Barry Allen when Barry Allen is predominantly a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person? Ezra Miller is the farthest thing from that. So what the fuck? It's just stupid shit people get mad about. And by people, I mean dumbass fans. They never know when to shut the fuck up. The internet has given them a voice that they did not need to have in the first place.
Yep. And we've seen what happens when studios like WB listen to those voices. Yeah. We get the previous pigsty that we get
Justice League. That's what we get.
That's what happens. We get those, and the whole thing that you were talking about too, of like there being more to DC than just Batman and Superman. That should be a little more clear already than it is, because what's the highest grossing DC movie of all time? I'll give you a hint. It's not a Batman movie. It's not a Superman movie. It's not a movie with Batman and Superman. It's fucking
Joker.
Aquaman.
It's actually Joker, but go on.
So I don't like. My point is like DC brand, not independent project, because Joker was an independent thing at the time. But like the reason why those movies made as high as they did, now granted, Joker was lightning in a bottle. There were a multitude of reasons why that film was
the highest grossing like DC hero movie is Batman. It's The Dark Knight.
Moms were happy to take their children to Aquaman. That was a beneficial theater experience, I think.
Because it was one of those things that fit in. I'll just use this as an example of what they call like the four quadrants. The young, the old. What is it? Young, old, male, female. Is that what the four quadrants are?
Jason Momoa has all four.
Yeah. But that movie.
Barry Allen has 0, according to director.
Well, that movie had 1,000,001 problems going against it. So
your grandma's got to come see Flash, guys. Come on, it's got to be bankable.
Regardless of however many Flash fans there were in the world, that movie had no legs. By the
time they were getting Michael Keaton back for the grandmas.
Yeah. Yep.
And again, I got over or accepted the fact that Josh Brolin was playing both Thanos and Cable, and so
people were like, about that.
No, but that's my point. I didn't hear this much rabble when that happened. If anything, when jokes were thrown, people were like, "Yeah, jokes."
Yeah,
and I say, like the thing with Downey and Doom. At first, I was like, "Huh, interesting," but I'm like, he's kicked ass as acting. Let's see what he's got. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt
because he's a fucking actor.
Yeah, let him see what he does first before
was that pre-acquisition of Fox when he was announced as Cable?
Oh, yeah.
Was he already
in? Cable. That was back when it was Fox was like its own thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little more acceptable because you're like, at least we know Fox does its own thing. They have their own unique stamp.
I mean, it's not like with Sony where they had Reese Ifans back in the third Venom movie, and he was just a random hobo, and he wasn't the Lizard.
Sue me, but Craven wasn't as bad as people said it was.
No, it wasn't. It was watchable.
JC Chan. I'm like, I just thought that was the weirdest director.
It had good action in it. JC Chandor did what he did best. Don't get me wrong. The Rhino was hot garbage. That was fucking terrible.
I think you could definitely tell that was like a last minute addition.
I never thought that Paul Giamatti's Rhino from TASM 2 could look amazing in comparison to anything else, but here we are.
The Rhino is just one of those characters that's just weird to adapt into live action because like they don't ever lean into like the proper ratio of like weird comic bookness for him.
Are you looking for like horn of a rhino, like torso of a man?
He's either
Legs
like
of a
a
rhino?
genetic freak or a giant robot mech suit. Like you, like you have to like have a middle ground somewhere.
The funny part is like the new Spider-Man games pretty much blended the two together as best
exactly.
you possibly could have.
Right.
And I'm just like, let's just do that, please.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Like Sony's gonna do what Sony wants to do, and Marvel Studios is gonna strong arm them until they get to do what they want to do. That's just how it is.
we still excited for Null at some point in the future.
No.
I mean, they already killed Venom, so what's the point?
He's coming, guys.
Did they? That post-credit scene says otherwise.
Yeah.
Gotta leave it open in the air if he wants to come back.
Fuck.
At this point,
Venom is one of the craziest, like, just weirdest little blips of like this somehow got 3 movies.
Anomaly.
And I feel like all 3 of them went so under the radar.
Because they made money.
They were like the only movies in that Sony like universe that made money.
Yeah, they made money.
And I just looked at Tom Hardy. I saw an ad for some show Tom Hardy's going to be in coming up, and I was like, okay, he's not doing a weird accent. He's just playing rough and gruff.
Oh, it's that Paramount show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so.
it is
Yeah.
Paramount? Okay.
But I was like, I'm looking forward to Tom Hardy getting back to, I don't want to say more character work, but
his best
he's
work
just
is
chosen
Warrior.
such interesting projects for a while.
I like the Bike Riders. I like that one.
I think his best project, I think, is still Warrior.
I want to see the movie he's doing with the director from The Raid. That looks interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Netflix.
I know
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah,
Eric
Netflix, yeah.
Evans.
Yeah.
Okay, in on that for sure.
Yeah, it looked good from the trailer.
It's like, 'cause he's got that Netflix thing, and then he's also got that Guy Ritchie show on Paramount, I think.
That's okay. Yeah, that's right. It's Guy Ritchie doing that. Interesting.
Guy Ritchie is another interesting filmmaker. He just makes a lot of really random stuff. A lot of random stuff.
I love Man from Uncle.
He made Aladdin, and then he said, "I'm making everything I want to make now."
Yeah,
dude. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare was one of my top 10 movies of last year.
That was a good movie.
God.
Yeah,
ridiculous title, but a good movie.
Oh my god,
I got caught watching a clip of it that then just turned into me watching multiple clips of it the other day, just because I was like, this was pretty fun.
My
I was like,
favorite genre of giant men with muscles but tiny glasses.
Oh god, that movie's so fucking good.
And the music.
Alan Richardson.
Yeah, music was good.
Oh yeah, that music.
Music.
Yeah, man. What's the name? Alan Richardson? Reacher?
Yeah. Yes, with your German accent.
Yeah.
That made me a fan. Yeah, or Swiss, whatever. Yeah, he was just throwing a bow and arrow.
Swedish
with an axe, killing Nazis. Woo!
He was Swedish.
I'm so glad that he's like his career's turned around because
so happy for him.
He was one of the fucking turtles in the live action.
Yes,
and then that was a disaster for him.
He's Raphael.
Yeah, and then he was of course in Titans, but then they killed him off.
He blew up.
Yeah, he literally blew up.
Right.
He like straight up like blow up like after they had intercourse.
Can we stop? Can we stop fan casting him for Batman, please?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I can see it.
I could see it, but it just seems like a very easy, safe fan cast kind of choice.
That beast. I want Bradley Cooper. That's what I want for Batman.
If Alan Richardson is going to play any
I'd like
comic
Bradley.
character,
That'd be interesting.
If he's going to play any comic character from either Marvel or DC, I think he'd be way better as an Eddie Brock than he would as a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they cast him as Batman, for me personally, I won't be upset if they do cast him as Batman. But I understand people don't like. I get it. It's whatever.
It would be so interesting though to have Alan Richardson, Eddie Brock, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like they're just like I just visualizing the two of them next to each other.
Well, that would be that's the normal size difference between Spider-Man. And
I know,
so.
but it's just funny to think about.
The Jensen Ackles live action Batman. I'm over it. I think
that's
that ship should have
they've been fan casting him as Batman for forever.
Because he's voiced Batman.
He does the voice.
He does the voice for those couple films,
and he already plays Soldier Boy. So yeah,
I'm just over Batman fan castings in general because they're all fucking stupid.
I think most of them are just very obvious.
That ad and the internet blows up with.
I'm tired of fan casting in general. I'm just tired of hearing about all these supposed rumors of shit. Because of course, with Sadie Sink is in Spider-Man 4, everyone in the whole fucking world has a theory on who she's playing.
Yeah.
How about we wait till they actually tell us, or wait till the goddamn movie? Because
It's funny with Sadie Sink because they just
movie,
picked any red-haired character in Marvel, and they're like, "That's who Sadie Sink is."
And they assume she's gonna have red hair in the movie.
Yeah, and
I know, but that's why it's funny.
Well, before she got announced for that movie, there are all these rumors like, "Oh, what if she's Jean Grey and X-Men?" It's like it's not gonna fucking happen.
It's the Spider-Man Jean Grey team up that you didn't know.
Funny to me
needed.
that so many people buy into these X-Men rumors, and it's like that movie's not even fucking happening right now. So these casting rumors are all bullshit.
It's way
fucking
down the line.
funny to me.
Probably at least another
They
year
would
or
not.
two.
They would not start casting for stuff until that thing's written, and it's not even.
They're probably
close to written.
look. If in the event that script even gets finished in time while they're making and finishing Secret Wars, only then will they start casting for that movie. And even then, once they have a director in that director's chair, they will most likely start casting for that movie. Any casting for any X-Men anything right now outside of prior Fox characters, bullshit. Absolute total.
They learned their lesson from Blade.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
100% they learned their lesson from Blade.
Has there been any update
Because the
on
problem with Blade is they casted him first and then tried to write the movie around him. That was the biggest hole that they fell into.
Yeah, it's weird because like you could tell at that point in the MCU. I mean, as much as I like Blade and the MCU as a whole, like I don't, you would when you think of the MCU at that point in time, like you would think like where would Blade fit in all of this?
Honestly, the perfect time would have been right around after Multiverse of Madness because that was like that was the height of that. You had Moon Knight coming out that summer too. It would have been that prime time to fucking introduce him.
I don't know if they're just so far gone that maybe after doing Secret Wars, maybe they really just do end it this time. Because clearly post Endgame, nothing's really worked out for Marvel. In the grand scheme of things, it's not been anything what they wanted for movies, for TV.
It's been very hit or miss.
They need a hard reset. They're going to bring in the guys that
money
can do
way
it.
too much. There's no way they just fucking end
but
it.
not this is where there's just too much to connect.
Well,
we should not have a Blade movie because it's like, but how do we explain vampires and Skrulls and all this other bullshit? Like, I don't think Blade. I don't want a Blade movie where he's got to be dealing with all this other. I'm like, just kill vampires.
Yeah,
and then if you need Tony Stark to pop in and be like, hey, buddy, I don't know what you're doing here.
Yeah, like I feel like out of all, like a lot of the majority of the MCU projects, his seems like the most easily like straightforward type of plot line, but it seems like for them it's the most complicated for some reason.
That's why the original movie worked as well as it did. It's like it was
He just fights vampires.
Granted, there wasn't all these other projects around it at the time, but they leaned more into like that sort of Hong Kong kind of martial arts style, like the way that it was filmed, and they took inspiration from a lot of those films.
So how do we bring Ben Affleck into the fold?
Either equal to or more so than the comic material at the time, so they were able to blend those two things.
I think the issue is, at this point, there's no way they can fully reset. I think after Secret Wars, they're going to do what's called what they did in the comics, all new, all different.
Soft reset.
Yeah, a soft reset where you're going to have some continuity that carries over, and you're going to have Secret Wars kind of basically just merge shit onto this new Earth with new actors or whatever the fuck. But I think moving forward, it's not resetting. It's basically establishing and pushing forward the mutants era of the MCU.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
More or less, it's kind of like what James Gunn's doing with DC, kind of like taking certain things over from the previous, and then working its way through.
Well, think about what DC did with Crisis, where they kind of condensed a lot of shit continuity wise. That's what Marvel's going to have to do, because it's gotten to the point, and I think Kevin Feige knows this. It's gotten
to 100 projects.
There's too much stuff going on. Like once you added the Disney Plus era of like shows, it just became too much stuff to kind of keep up with. Like there's shows and stuff I haven't fucking watched, and I used to watch everything Marvel, but it's just too much shit. So they're gonna have to condense it.
I think some of the shows kind of suffered from a bit of the homework problem in that you kind of had to watch certain shit to understand where these shows were taking place from, i.e. like WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier directly reference things from Endgame and Infinity War, more so with WandaVision than Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier is pretty cut and dry. Like you just watch the ending of Endgame and you're like, oh, okay, this is where Sam gets the shield. That makes sense. There are other things like the Loki and the Tesseract. That is very clearly that was one thing people walked out of Endgame going, I wonder what the fuck's gonna happen with that. Then we get the Loki TV show, which arguably is one of the best Disney Plus shows that Marvel ever produced. No question. Like 100%. Like I think it is the most well-written, well-rounded, best acted fucking TV show they've done so far as the Disney Plus stuff goes. But then you get to stuff like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, what was the other one? She-Hulk. And it's
Echo
just like Echo I thought wasn't too bad, but
Echo,
you know, that's kind of like a derivative of Daredevil and the Netflix stuff. So that's why that had a little bit more flair to it. But when you get to stuff like you get to stuff like, you know, again, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, all gambles, all total gambles. She-Hulk had a little bit of leeway because it was tied to Hulk. You could get away with introducing and reintroducing other characters and have it, you know, be fun and make sense, and that's fine. I know people have their problems with it. I didn't really have much of a problem with it.
I didn't either, actually.
But like,
I'm a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm here for She-Hulk.
Moon Knight and Miss Marvel were the biggest, toughest sells, I think, when it came to the Disney Plus stuff, because they are brand new characters. They are, you know, Miss Marvel was probably had like an easier time to sell because of her ties to Captain Marvel. Moon Knight was the biggest gamble they could have done on Disney Plus. It's like, hey, here's this new character getting a 6-episode limited series, and he may or may not fit in our universe somehow, some way, even though we're not going to show or tell you how.
He had no connecting threads going in, so
right.
Not really.
Do any of y'all watch basketball in any capacity?
I do. I was watching Nuggets Lakers earlier until I got on here.
I'm watching Lakers Nuggets right now.
Okay. There's a really good documentary on Netflix now called Court of Gold. And it follows Team USA, Team Serbia, Team Canada, Team France, all these different Olympic teams in the 2024 Olympics. You're in there with the coaches, the players, looking at how the entire game is kind of caught up to what they were able to do. It's like, hey, you know, only Team USA used to be on top, but now there's enough players coming internationally that we've got to assemble our dream team. You know, like it's going to be like Magic and Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. We got to get, you know, Steph Curry in his first Olympics, Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Steve Kerr, who coaches the Warriors, is the Olympics coach. And what I feel like Marvel's dealing with, he kind of addressed so well, which is like, you know, in this room are 12 Hall of Famers. Some of you guys are already there. Half you guys are on your way, and some of you will be, you know, it's no doubt. The game is 40 minutes. You can't give equal minutes to all of these star players. And these guys are literally like all monster players. You would want any one of these guys on your team. There's no way these guys don't score 1 million points. But it's like, where do you put them in? How do you sub them in and sub them out? And I feel like that's where the Russos, who I feel like have clearly showed outside of the Marvel format and characters, their own stuff just doesn't gel the same way. You know, getting back to Kevin Feige's like, hey, without them, things are kind of rocky and uneven. And I need someone to come in and steer the ship who knows how to distribute some minutes here. Because you have people who are like, are you just going to waste Oscar Isaac? Like, Moon Knight had potential, but is it just like up in the air? Like, how do you bring him back into this? How do you get a Chris Evans back? How do you make Thor a little more redeemable after everything that's happened to his
character? I think it's been made clear more and more with every Russo brothers project to this point. Even if you include the ones with Marcus and McFeely, that you know, the writers behind most of the movies that they did in Marvel, that they work a lot better when someone else lays a lot of the groundwork. like they're good at steering things when they don't have to world build as much, I guess you could say. You know, they kind of just play with other people's toys, do a pretty good job with it. They're not really great at world building on their own.
Sure.
You know, because when you see like the Gray Man or, you know, the Electric State or, well, Cherry, you know, it's like a war film. So that's, I mean, it's not really like that.
The Gray Man was just a shining example of like, you've got Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, and was it Emily Blunt? Who else? There was someone else in that movie.
And Gray Man?
Gray Man.
Anna de Armas.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you know, it's not a win. It's not, I'm like, that's a slam dunk. That's a slam dunk right there. However you do it, I'm like, and it wasn't. And then Michael Bay drops all his drone footage shots and ambulance and just like
I think Gray Man was the best effort personally, but that's just me.
Wasn't Billy Bob Thornton in that too?
Yes, he is.
Chris Evans' epic mustache.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the line
Chris
that
Evans
Ryan,
is one who needs to kind of like this new Celine Song movie of his. It looks interesting.
Yeah, Chris Evans has had a very weird post-Marvel. Well, I say post-Marvel-ish because he's come back, but he's had a very odd trajectory of a career post-leaving Marvel and Endgame.
Well, I mean,
he needs to escape his shtick.
He's at this point where he can literally pick and choose whatever the fuck he wants. It doesn't really matter to him, you know.
He's still going to be the guy with his like hands in his pockets and like lightly spiked hair, like. Well, you know,
wasn't after Endgame or around the time he was wrapping up, he went on like a play or something on Broadway or something he was doing. Like I think
so. I think it was like right after.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, and someone else famous are like on Broadway right now doing Glengarry Glen Ross, which is like top 5 all-timer play written ever. Incredible movie as well. Just amazing movie if you haven't seen it. But I'm like, all these actors who, you're right, they're just popping off to Broadway, doing little shows here and there. And
yeah, I think it just switches up. Like it's a different environment for them, right? Especially like Chris Evans, he was like used to like doing giant blockbuster films. Why not get out of that a little bit and just go do a play?
Do some real acting.
Yeah, there's a couple different like big actors doing plays currently over in the UK. Like Brie Larson has a play. Tom Hiddleston and Haley Atwell are in a play. Rami Malek is in a play over in the UK as well. Like it seems like that's just a good outlet for them.
That Rami Malek movie coming out, the Amateur, it's called. I want to see that.
Couple weeks.
Tom Hiddleston's about to be in a Stephen King adaptation. Chuck.
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan. I can't wait for that. Oh my god.
You tell me, like Stephen King adaptation, and then you tell me, Tom Hiddleston, Mike Flanagan. It's like, all right.
One of
in that
Mike
cast,
Flanagan's
you have me at
500
Mike
projects.
Flanagan. That's a
that cast
automatic
yes.
yes.
Best picture incoming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think stat cast and potential best picture incoming is Nolan's Odyssey adaptation.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Mike Flanagan gets nominated for.
Is that going to release this year though, or is
no? That's 2026.
I would be very amazed.
No, Odyssey.
That's what that's what I was thinking.
The Odyssey is 2026.
Like, you want the VFX workers to die? They're going to finish Odyssey.
Yeah,
the life of Chuck is this year. Yeah.
I was about to say, Tyler, we don't want another Flash situation again where the VFX artists are overworked.
Hey, Terrence Malick just screened his I don't know how many hour cut of his new movie that may or may not play.
Knowing him, it's definitely many hours.
Toronto. I think it was at least 4.
Although usually his movies are very long.
Dude, he's got something like 30 plus hours.
He's gonna fall out of his chair and fall on the floor.
Dude, he is just fucking out.
Good for him.
God, he hasn't moved in like the past hour.
I feel like his neck is gonna hurt like crazy later though.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's how he was sleeping like this last time a few weeks back, and he was like leaned over like this, and just like dead.
Yeah.
Like like that the one chick from the first season of Hill House.
Yeah.
The bent neck lady.
He's gonna wake up like looking like that.
Yeah, like,
the bent neck.
Yeah, bent neck lady. I love that how they revealed that, by the way, in that show. So good.
Traumatizing.
Oh man, that was
such a good
get
show.
Draven to the ring dinger.
That show also has like one of my all-time like favorite jump scares.
Oh yeah, in the car.
Yeah.
Well, I just love like all the different ghosts in the background, and you kind of see them. Sometimes it goes by so fast.
Yeah, like the Easter eggs.
Yeah, because sometimes they're like walking in the hallway, and they're like in a certain random shot in the corner. You're not like, if you don't pay attention, you miss it. It's like, I just love that.
Yeah, those shows are perfect for like those new rock stars like channels where they're like 500 ghosts that you missed while watching Haunted Hill House.
And the fact that number is like not even an exaggeration half the time.
Oh, I also love too, and like that, and what was the next show after that he did? The Hill House. Bly Manor. I love the fact that there's times when there's like the cameras are cutting back and forth between shots. At one point in it, there's something behind, and then a couple back and forth, then it's gone again. It's like I just love little things like it's just fun, right? Just add something new to the experience of watching. Because my wife hates horror, so the fact that she actually watched Hill House is actually surprising to me, but she loved it.
Yeah. So movies are fun, guys.
Yeah, well, the thing with Mike Flanagan's horror is a lot of his horror doesn't really like. It's not meant to scare you. It's more
so
kind of it's a lot of the existential crises and dread.
Yeah, it's meant to like kind of hit you in your thoughts a little bit. You're like,
it's horrifying almost.
It's scary, but it's more heartbreaking in most instances than anything else.
Internal horror more than anything.
Yeah, like Midnight Mass is like that.
I love Midnight Mass.
That's a
it's
good
so
example.
good. I think Midnight Mass is his best project he's done. I think.
Yeah, that was a good. That's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Even Doctor Sleep. I mean, that was also scary, but like a lot of like Ewan McGregor coming into his
I liked Hush.
Just
I
wait.
saw Hush
Just
10
wait.
years ago at South by Southwest.
Just wait until he does Dark Tower. Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Oh
my
god.
Man, I will be there day.
Are they going to bring back McConaughey and Idris?
No.
All right.
No. TV series on Amazon.
Oh,
I will
okay.
be there day one whenever that drops.
Yeah, allegedly it's going to be through Amazon. He's working with Amazon to make it. I would have to imagine he's probably going to work on that after Carrie, because that's his biggest commitment this year is getting Carrie done and made.
He's also doing the Exorcist.
That's what I heard too.
And he wrote Clayface. Like I said, he has like 100 projects.
Yeah.
Who does Bezos tap to play James Bond?
Who gives a fuck?
That's what I'm wondering.
Chris,
I'm like director and star. I'm sure that he's gonna have a huge say on. I don't know if officially, but
some British actor.
Henry Cavill. I'm kidding.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
I wonder. I mean, they could always go the route where they can just have like a legacy Bond to kind of like wait, give people more time to figure out like the future Bond.
Fucking pass the baton.
They've had enough. They've had enough time.
They have.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if they at least for Amazon's sake, they may want to get some return on their very high investment on James Bond.
So the question is, who's bankable? Who's bankable, but who's also got the chops?
Me.
There you go.
That was actually my first. They've got a little suggestion box online.
Well, now that it's Amazon doing it, I wonder like what the parameters are, because
they're going to franchise the fuck out of it. They're going to go
right. Yeah, I mean, besides the spinoffs and all that,
they're going to start doing like all the old villains again. Like I bet
what
you
if we
anything.
made Casino Royale?
I bet you anything. I bet you anything. They're going to do the likes of like Doctor No. They're going to go back to like Octopussy, Thunderball. Like they're going to do all the Bond shit, but they're going to fucking modernize it.
I think they should bring Eva Green back for some any role. Any capacity.
Probably not going to happen.
I know that they talked about when the reports were circulating that Jeff Bezos and them really wanted like a Moneypenny spinoff show.
Yep.
And that was like a big thing. That was like a big point of contention because they didn't, the Broccolis did not want any of this.
No.
Jeff Bezos went full Lex Luthor and was like, throw as much money as you can at them to make them go away.
Yep.
She's my Moneypenny. Like if no one watches her but me, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like
paying for the show.
On the one hand, I can understand the thought process of a couple of like, executives at Amazon being like, look, we're sitting on James Bond. We can, do the franchise thing. Then on the other hand, you've got the Broccolis being like, no, you don't understand. This is a film franchise. And then you've got fucking Jeff Bezos going, I don't fucking care. I want my money's worth. Get them the fuck out of here so we can franchise this fucking thing.
Yeah, because the Broccolis were insulted because they referred to James Bond as content.
Yeah.
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 Like, what do you mean content?
It's digestible.
Good morning, Draven.
Oh my god. What's up, buddy?
How long was his ass out?
The power of James Bond resurrected him.
Right.
How long was his ass out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Close to an hour.
How's your neck there, buddy?
Fucking broken.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I saw they said the Mando movie had a budget of like 160 something million. They were like,
that
it's
was
like
a
the second least
fascinating one.
expensive Star Wars film.
Well, it's when you think about it, I guess, in a broader spectrum, because that is a very low number for a Star Wars movie. But at the same time, like that's roughly around the amount it costs for like a whole season of a Mandalorian. So it's not like
felt like they spent way more
far
than
off.
that on, like,
Like I know that
third
season 1 of the Mandalorian was around 120 million.
I thought it was like 130. maybe even more.
120, 130.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
But that's still like low. But I mean, that's a season of television.
Sure.
So now you're
Let's also be
converting
real.
the last season of Mandalorian into a movie.
Not only is that a season of television, that's a season of Star Wars television.
Well, yeah.
Which is like higher budget, like right there from the get go.
I mean, when George Lucas was
you
developing
don't always feel it.
When George Lucas was developing his Scum of the Earth Underground Star Wars show back in the day, each episode would have cost upwards of like
which one is this?
I don't remember the exact name of it. It was Underworld.
It was a show. It was a live action. He was developing.
Yeah, and he was developing it. And each episode would have cost roughly like $40 million. This is like fucking 15, 20 years ago. Like
yeah, that would have been a very ambitious thing in the young, before streaming.
Oh yeah.
Granted, like there's test footage of it rolling around on the internet. It doesn't look half bad, but at the same time, I can imagine people at Fox looking at this going $40 million an episode for this. Fuck that. We can't afford this shit.
Do you ever see sometimes like what actors get paid per episode for like all the TV sitcoms? Like the actors alone, the number of millions of dollars go into like the cast of Friends. Now, granted, I'm like, they're not doing Friends numbers, I'm sure. But
I forget who it was. He was on Katie Sackhoff's podcast a week ago. He's actually the show running and developing God of War for Amazon.
Oh yeah, the guy that doesn't play the games.
Yeah, and he's also a guy who was in the writing room for that. He was in the writing room for that Star Wars development for
Ron Moore.
Oh, was that
Ron Moore. And so he was saying that he wrote 2 of the scripts, and that what George was planning on doing was he's going to take these 50+ scripts that were being worked on for the past year or two at that point, and he was just going to shoot all of it. Right? He was just going to shoot it, and then he was going to present it to the studios, like all studios, and basically say, take it or leave it. You can't give me any notes. This is what it's going to be. Like, this is it. Like, they're like, if you accept it, I'm not taking any notes. I'm not doing any changes. And then, of course, it never happened. Because like a year after that is when he sold it to Disney. So clearly he didn't get the budget or anything to do it. But I think that's the same thing that kind of happened with Clone Wars. Like the original idea was just like he had an idea to do an animated project, and they basically spent years developing scripts, and then they went and did the show, and that was it. Like, and they sold it off to Cartoon Network or whatever at the time. So it's like a whole thing where he was just going to do that again in live action. But I think budget wise, it would have made no logical sense. Like, it would have probably been a big success, but probably not enough money to earn back on its budget for those episodes.
It's funny though, because when you think about the landscape of media back then, that was probably like preposterous.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
probably the last decade or so of content that probably would have not been seen as outrageous because of how expensive a lot of the streaming content is.
And to see the project being like, oh, we're running the lower decks of Coruscant. It's connected to the 1313 game that was being made. I was like, all right, that's cool. Sounds good. Then I heard the detail of like, this might show how Palpatine went bad because a girl said no. And it's just like, it's like, oh, fucking
Why else would he go bad?
And it's just like, come on now.
Somehow
Palpatine went bad.
Somehow.
The power of Christ compels him.
That's a more comfortable position to sleep in, though.
It's a little better. It's a little better. Okay, so we are way past when I was supposed to wrap this up. My wife's gonna fucking kill me.
All right, so this is last episode. We'll hold a funeral for him later.
It was fun while last.
I would do a Snyder cut if I didn't have to go to work. But
Snyder cut recently had its 4-year anniversary yesterday. So
that was pretty
4
cool.
years.
Snyder crazy it was that long ago.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, time flies because it felt like it was like not 4 years ago, like 2. Like, no, it's been long.
Yeah. COVID ruined everything.
It ruined everything.
It ruined time. It ruined space.
It ruined 4 hours is too much.
You could say it caused a wrinkle in time.
Oh man!
And on that note, we're gonna go down the line and see where we're gonna find everybody. Phil, where can people find you, sir?
Pretty much everywhere except Twitter. Just search Unfiltered on Vero, Threads, Instagram, as well as Blue Sky. You can catch me on YouTube every Friday for Friday Phil. You can catch me here every Wednesday. You can catch me on Party Nation every Tuesday. You can catch me on the Vodka Stream every Friday as well.
Perfect. Jason, where can people find you?
You can find me on Donut Films on YouTube. I make like fan films and just gaming videos, stuff like that. And I also have a TikTok, Jason McDuck.
Perfect. Jason McDuck. Ronan.
You can find me at Ronan Unchained on YouTube and all the socials, covering Last of Us, Daredevil, Andor and some Star Wars stuff coming down the pipeline.
And you're going to Celebration, Star Wars Celebration.
I am, yeah. I just did a stream with Busy and Calcatarn now, and we're gonna do more streams before I go out to start getting people hype up for I think some cool stuff they might announce.
Ronan takes Japan.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh, I might use that title. Thank you,
that's
Tyler.
the
I might
vlog.
use that.
All right. You're welcome.
Japan.
I'm here all week.
Draven, where can people find you, Draven?
Yeah,
where can people find you, Draven?
You can find him in his photo lab.
Shoving bread up his ass.
His photo lab.
Yeah, his photo lab developing photos.
Draven
He's actually
reacts.
amused.
Draven reacts everywhere. There you go. Jake?
Pretty much Short Pat Jake on YouTube and the rest of the socials. I've got Arkham rankings. I've got a Jack and Daxter Let's Play, character costume rankings, some reactions here and there. My own YouTube series, Jake's Lost Levels, on Sundays. Like Phil here on Wednesdays, Party Nation on Tuesdays. And trying to get to 2,000 subs by the release of Superman. Let's see if we can do it.
See if we can do it. Jacob.
You can find me on YouTube on Jacob Hubbard right there, where I do weekly movie reviews of all the nationwide's on your side movie releases. You can also find me on Twitter at Jacob_Hubby99, where I tweet things and I try to make Tyler go to Texas Frightmare.
Oh, you got to force him, man. You got to force him. You got to make him feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Texas.
I like Texas.
And I like you. And I like Texas. Come on down.
Ooh.
You make a good pitch.
Nick, where can people find you, sir?
You guys can find me NT Movie Reviews across the socials, back into the Twitter sphere again, dipping the toes back. I'm going to be getting back on more weekly review roundups, anything in the theaters, VOD, streaming, trying to get back into a lot of that. A lot more TV. Consuming a little more TV now, so trying to get better with that there too.
Good balance. Yeah. I was in a movie phase, so I get it. Yeah. Trying to get to add more TV in the mix. Get that. Tyler.
Yeah, there's so much content these days. It's ridiculous.
Too much.
But yeah, you can find me over at my channel with this exact same name. It's very simple, very easy to follow. Reviews currently. I already have my review up for Snow White. So that is quite a interesting one to talk about this weekend. Wheel of Time every week. We just wrapped up Invincible, so that's done. So and Daredevil was recently. So I'm trying to think of all the other things I'm working on a couple of things I can't talk about, I guess, just yet, but they're in the pipeline. But other than that, Twitter, Instagram, it's Tyler Calvert.
Perfect. And thanks to everybody else who was on the show tonight. Johnny, and then Ian, and Katie was here. That's been fun.
We got a cameo from Johnny's woman.
Yeah, and Johnny's woman. Yep, and Lance, obviously. Lance had to go on a whole 20-minute discussion about Power Rangers, so there was that.
I missed that too.
Yeah.
Let's go Disney Plus Power.
And we were all showing child pictures of us at one point.
Yeah, a really cringy bad picture of us being younger. 80 episodes of Council. It's kind of crazy to think 80 episodes of this shit, and we're still going strong. The goal is to hit 150 different people on the show by June or so, and I think we'll hit it for sure. But thanks everybody who was here earlier and is still here now today, obviously here on the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.